Hello there, and welcome to today's episode of Magic and Modifiers. My name is Larry, and we have, around the table, you have a few of my friends. Should you be interested in them, information on them will be in the description below. If you like what you see, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow. If not, please be sure to close the door on your way out. Is there any information we need to know about Sir Carlos?
Yes. One big announcement. Do you know what it is?
No.
Friday. Come on.
Next
it is our
week.
No. Well, that as well. It is our first episode as official Twitch affiliates.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big.
I 100% forgot. Look,
Yeah.
now we made it.
Great, because it happened 2 days ago. But yeah, it's our first episode as Twitch affiliates, which means this episode is coming to you live only from Twitch. It means that our schedule for uploading will now be changing a little bit. We are going to be doing reruns on, I believe, Tuesdays at around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer for the moment. And then the episode will go up on Wednesday, probably sometime around noon. So stay tuned to that. Subscribe to YouTube, follow us on Mixer, because, if you like enjoying those...
Hot mixes.
Yeah, those websites as well.
Hit all the buttons.
Hit all the buttons, yeah. And then also next week.
Next week I will unfortunately be out of town, so we will be doing a rescheduling of the session for Friday, and we are in the process of trying to plan something on the side to be done on Sunday.
Yes.
For those of you who still like to tune in at that time.
So that means episode 13 is going to be on Friday at the same time, I'm guessing? 11:30, Mason?
Yeah, it's gonna be pushing 11:30 because
It's probably going to be like
our
11:30.
office closes a half hour later that night.
Okay, yeah.
So around 11:30.
It's going to be around 11:30, just a little later, but it's going to be on Friday. And then on Sunday, we were thinking of doing a one-shot DM'd by our buddy Tony,
AKA Mitski.
aka Mitski.
Tony doing a
Hopefully,
one-shot?
yeah.
Nice.
And we're
Should
happy
be
to
fun.
bring back our returning player, Christy
Yes.
AKA Hope.
It's been a while since we had the whole cast.
Yes.
But
Anything else with the cat?
hopefully no interruptions today and no difficulties with the technology.
No random cameras turning off for no reason.
Yeah. No kicking any boxes.
Oh, no, I promise nothing.
Is that
But,
what happened?
Yes.
There's a theory going around.
but if that is all, please enjoy the intro. And we're back. So, who will be the brave adventurer to cover the recap over the previous episode?
Let me.
I got some stuff. You got some stuff. I'll let you read yours.
All right. So day 11 or episode 11. Talali was in the Sleepy Bird Inn, just interviewing all the Kenkus, making sure that they were in okay working conditions. They couldn't really speak for themselves, so she was having some difficulties with that. She also found out that the owner of the inn was breaking some local laws for free laborers, that she had too many in one spot, so gonna pursue that later. Let me see. Yeah, I took really shitty notes.
Don't worry about all the drugs that she wanted to buy.
Oh yeah, she wanted to wanted to plant drugs or poison on the lady, but I think we strongly discouraged her.
No,
against
it's just too
doing
expensive.
She can't afford it.
Yeah.
that. In the morning, we go to the bank, and thanks to me and my great skills of reading, we ended up avoiding paying for the bank fees and for our bags for our account.
Thank God one person in our party knows how to read.
Yes.
Where are you going these days?
Yeah, so, and then we got interviewed by the guilds. And there was the... Don't have the names for all of them. Originally got interviewed by Niklos from the Musical Maesters, and then Oren Gladfoot. They totally disrespected our druid boy Lohan and reanimated his body to answer questions for the guild. Yeah, and then
we wasted time talking to Nicola from the Musical Maesters, and then woman Tilda, is that her name? DM Tilda?
What? No, Nimra.
That was later.
No. Oh, Hilda. Sorry, Lady Hilda.
Lady Dilda.
Super fucking annoying. Guild
Lady
lady.
Dilda.
That was the guild secretary. That was the woman at the desk.
Was it?
Hilda.
Yep.
She was the one who told us to have a seat, go to the kitchen.
Alright, well then whoever the scorny wench was just fucking gave us a hard time for no reason.
Lady Eleonora.
Yeah, that
We
one.
never got their name though, did we?
I don't know.
I don't
then
think we
there
got
was-
most of their names.
Now you did.
Yeah, then there was the brothers,
Ern brothers.
Aaron, brothers Ern.
Maury and George.
Fucking
Just two
weirdos.
creepos who like to get it on with dead bodies. And then a mystery woman appears and vouches for us. Her name is Nimra, or Nimra, or Nimra, I don't know how you say it. But yeah, she knows Mitski, and we don't know her. Let's see how this one
What
goes.
guild is she from? Do we know? Did we see?
Judging from her, she doesn't appear to be from any of the guilds. She
Smart woman.
appears to be part of the military. By the looks of it, she is wearing what seems like a standard military uniform with her armor, but it seems to be a lot cleaner and more pristine than the rest of the average guards. And she seems to have some sort of sway over the guards, over the guilds.
As we saw.
Yes. But yes, to sum it up, yeah. Talali went through her things, went through a pretty in-depth investigation and have her plans. And after you guys' adventures are currently in the guild hall after your meeting, as of right now, you are currently with Imra, and you are being questioned by a younger
Oh yeah.
yes,
no.
guild member who is inquisitive, to say so.
That's what he sounds like.
Maybe.
I can't detect you.
Yes, over the fact that the guild and the military has apparently their methods of keeping tabs on everyone who enters the city, but they have been having difficulties tracking particularly you and Hope, and he is wondering why. That's what we left off. So, I believe you are by yourself speaking with Nimra.
It's me, Nimra, and
Yeah.
him.
So,
Because we ended it when I looked at Nimra for help.
and she was just like, she looked at you just like, that's it.
Why are we all walking out?
You guys walked out, but they stopped. He was still hugging Nimra while she was standing there. When you guys walked past, that's when he was.
They clipped on.
Well,
Yeah.
our friend, we have this, protection from scrying charm because, we've been having some, like, magically altered, experiences recently.
Oh, you have a protection from scrying?
From scrying, yeah.
Can I see it?
Oh, she has it, actually.
She's not there. But,
She has it. Hope, the other woman you're having trouble
Okay.
tracking.
Well, you have one, right?
Not with me, no.
Well, how can I not detect?
It must be remnants from that one, I guess.
Okay, can you take me to her?
Sure.
Okay. Looking at this one, sorry. So the child in front of you seems to be about 4.5 feet tall. He is wearing purple robes. Underneath, you see the hood of it. You do not notice a face of sorts. Just you see these two blue eyes staring back at you. Aside from that,
Okie doke.
that's all.
Sure. What insignia are they wearing?
He is wearing the one from the black and purple one from the Mystics.
Oh, the Mystics. Okay.
Yes.
What was your name?
Oh, mine's Maragorn.
Maricor?
Maragorn.
Wait, one of the kids?
You got another one, yes.
So it appeared.
Huh?
The kid from the Brother Ern?
No, there's another individual.
Okay. How far are they?
Huh?
How far are our...
They are about 40 feet off. A couple of those of you who wish to have just noticed, who have a passive perception of maybe 14 or higher, notice the thing going on behind you, but the rest of you are just continuously on your way out.
I'm gonna turn around and just get everybody else's attention and be like, hey, we probably shouldn't leave the kid by himself here. Should probably wait up.
He was we left him with his friend.
No, I didn't know we were leaving him.
Is Nimra following?
She's standing right next to you.
Oh,
Well, they obviously want to talk to him, so we shouldn't leave them.
I didn't know we were leaving.
We're not leaving, but we should probably go.
I thought we invited his friends to the Sleepy Bird so we could be
Yeah, we were
off
all
of
going to go
this-
there and talk.
out of this disgusting place.
Oh, it's pretty clean.
It's clean, but
I mean, that's a really nice.
It is not
That's a really
morally
nice
clean.
facade right there. Never seen anything like this.
So why do you want to see it?
Well, it's interested because I'm partially one of the uppers in charge of defense of the city, and this is obviously sort of a breach in our defense, and you know, it's kind of important for us to know what's causing that.
I see. And so are you going to do anything with it?
I'd like to try and analyze it if it's okay with you.
Okay. Well,
Again, you're not under like strict eye or anything, you know. From the looks and sound of the meeting, you're kind of cleared, so it's not like anything hostile. We just want to know.
Okay. We do need to hang on to it though because of what's been happening. We need to make sure it doesn't happen anymore.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. No, I'll bring him over.
Follow you.
I'll try to see if Nimra's coming along.
Please follow you.
Cool. I'll walk over to the party.
All right.
Hey,
You
guys.
ready to go?
This is Maragorn, and he wants to see the reason that he can't scry on us both.
Maragorn.
Yep. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. Again, the
No
Through the-
relation to the.
Empire. No, it's an unfortunate name.
Okay.
Oh.
Insight check.
Yes.
thought it was Maricor.
Maricor is the name of the Empire. Maragorn is his name.
Gorn.
Yes.
Gorn.
That's not a.
It's close.
That's
It's
the
close enough to.
20.
Seems to. Huh?
20.
Yeah, there is some. You can tell from like the sound of his voice, there is a little bit of disdain towards his name. But yeah, he seems to be totally honest.
Why not like nickname yourself like Mara or
Well, a
Gorn?
couple of my friends do, but you know, official business, it's official names.
Just
We'll
a
call you
name.
Gorny from now on.
No.
Think about it.
All right.
What would you like us to call you?
Well, until we get more affiliated with each other, just my name will work.
Okay.
I'm used to it. So, you were the one with the trinket sorts.
Oh, yes, this trinket. I do possess it.
Yeah, through the hood, you just see blue eyes staring at you. There's no face; it's just black and blue eyes.
Now, he said we are allowed to keep it on us for protection purposes. He just wants to look at it.
Okay. Can you see it?
Can I hold it, please? Can I hold it? Yeah, he's about 4.5 feet tall, so you're kind of like leaning down. But he's like, can I hold on to it?
What?
I mean-
again, we have to keep it on.
Like, wearing it?
Otherwise, it won't be working.
Well, hold on. Why do you want to look at it again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm in charge of the, or not I'm in charge, but I'm one of the higher-ups in the city's defense systems. And because of this thing, apparently, I can't detect her location at all, or his, and strange that it's not affecting all of you.
Wait. You can detect our locations?
Nosy, or
At all times?
nosy, aren't they?
Somehow.
Talali
not
looks increasingly
surprised.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's called invasion of privacy.
Exactly.
Well, we don't really use it against
Talali
you.
doesn't like this.
Do you use it for us?
Well, it's just in case you should, I don't know, rob
So you
someone.
do use it against us then?
I mean, the systems are down for the systems of sorts are down for the most part until you are under suspicion. And considering current circumstances, you were kind of under suspicion. So.
Well, all it does, as far as we know, is cloak us from anybody trying to keep an eye on us. Really, watch us.
But you said that you needed to keep it on. So what are you hiding from?
We don't
have
know.
no idea.
We have no idea.
Like
Things
like
that
I
go
said,
boo in the night, little guy.
like
Yeah.
like,
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
We've been having these horrible nightmares, and then ever since we got, or she got the necklace, we haven't.
Okay.
Nightmares where we die, and we see each other die,
Dead.
and we see
Die.
each other dead.
and
Die.
they're magically induced.
Not to mention the strange cultist goblins. They're hunting
We've
us.
had a lot of odd
Yeah.
magical run-ins that this is stopping, so we have to keep it on for protection.
Okay. Well, again, because it is a bit of a breach in our defenses, I'd like to, when you feel at your safest, in your soonest convenience, get a look at it and figure out what type of magic it is and where it's coming from and stuff like that, so we can patch up our defenses and stuff of sorts. But I won't ask you guys to put yourselves in danger, so do what you gotta. and
Where
just
can we
keep
find
us
you
in
in
mind.
case we want to do a little more digging into it?
Well, I'm either here or at the city hall, one or the other.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gore.
Mayor Gore.
Can I call you Gore?
Make a persuasion check.
Huh?
Make a persuasion check.
20.
20. 5.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you prefer.
Well, things to do. And she turns around and just begins walking through the red door again.
So, by the way, we saw a halfling.
You don't know. It's about 4.5 feet tall. It's underneath the hood, underneath the hood of the robes, it's just darkness, and all you see is these blue eyes staring back at you.
Do you know him?
Hello.
No. Should I know him?
Just because he is shady doesn't
Have
mean he
any
knows
of
all
us seen
I
shady.
don't know
anything
every guy
like
in the
this?
hood, man. Don't just
None of us have
all in
ever
one
seen
group.
anything like this.
Doesn't seem natural. Light should be going in there.
Like I said, we don't all know each other. Make assumptions.
Okay.
Am I the only one who is concerned about the whole watching us all the time thing?
Well, we'll
course.
be out of this city soon.
I don't
enough,
think
so.
we have much choice.
No, because it doesn't affect me.
Well, we can leave the town.
Not yet. Not
You've
until
made
they've
some
concluded.
interesting friends, Mitski.
Not until they've concluded their investigation on us.
These are my friends.
Well, you do have privacy with this.
This is it for real. I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of interactions together.
Can we
If real?
can we,
If this
can we
is it for
continue
real.
this back at the
Yeah, let's get back
Sleepy
to the
Bird,
inn.
please? I'd like to do something. I'm not sure if it'll work, but it's something I want to do, and we can get acquainted there.
Okay. Do
You
you want to
don't
come with us?
Can't tell. So, getting more time to look at her. And,
She's not done with us?
Yeah, she's following you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, getting more time to look at her and get closer. You see, she is this young woman, long red hair.
Human as well.
Huh?
Human?
Human, yes. Long red hair, very, very surprisingly clean. She's wearing very fine armor with the Bendelian's crest on it, and she carries around 2 longswords.
Hey, I'm approaching Mitski. Is she right next to him, or is she like a little bit away?
She's just a little bit behind him. She's more looking at everyone and just getting like a.
Hey, Mitski, are you gonna introduce me or?
Yeah. I was gonna do that, but Gabriel said we should wait until we get to the inn.
All right. How do you know her?
We're old friends. She came into Mendola when I was there, and we became friends.
Like you grew up together, or?
No, she was just passing by.
Oh, okay.
So, making your way back to the tavern, you eventually enter the place, and you see the place is reasonably busy. There's quite a bit of people just enjoying themselves. A couple people playing a couple games of cards and dice in the corners in their own sections. And the woman, the owner, is still in her usual recliner spot, pausing, is giving orders to the Kenku who come to her one at a time.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, Leoman's tiny hut. People can't see in it, but you can see out of it. Is that the same thing for noise? You can hear noise, but your noise doesn't go out of it.
Let me look at the specific.
It doesn't say anything about noise. That's the problem.
I believe so, but let me look it up specifically just to be sure. Tiny head, 10-foot radius, and movable dome. Force brings into existence and above you and around you for the duration. Creature are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effect can be dry. The atmosphere is comfortable and dry. To the opaque from the outside, but transparent from the inside. I'll let the creature surround. I am going to say sound can go through it.
So if we're talking inside, sound will escape.
People can't see in it, but I'm gonna say sound. Actually, you know what? Just because of how it's been used in the past, I'm gonna say sound can't go through. You can look outside. People can't observe inside or get inside.
But so would we be able to hear things outside?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Famous last words.
Right? That's how you break things. So, entering inside where you
Meet
guys-
me in the room in 10 minutes. I'm going to the room and I'm going to start ritually casting this inside the room.
Okay. The rest of you? Just following you for the most part. Just observing.
None of us are larger than a medium creature, right?
No.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I use Pass Without Trace, would their tracking technology be able to work on me?
You don't know. You don't know how their thing works. Maybe not. Sorry.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I can see Talali is visibly shook, so I'm gonna.
Her
As
feathers
shook
are
as
awful.
as a bird can see. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She looks all touchy like
Let's go get you a drink. Let's relax.
Okay.
They're gonna know where we're at anyway, so might as well.
Oh, sorry. One thing I was supposed to happen at the beginning of the thing. So, Talali, can you roll a d4? Just random d4.
One.
1? Perfect. Okay.
Well, then sound first.
Rose dead.
TPK.
She didn't do anything wrong. So far.
So,
Okay. Well, This is discreet. This is Hope, and this is Orys, and this is Gray, and this is Talali, and this is Ithriel.
She goes through each of you individually, shakes your hand, gives a little slight bow. Nice to meet you. Hope you've been treating you well.
I have.
Hope
It's a hell of a
treating
kid.
You well.
The kid's been growing on me.
I don't know about that. Because you keep saying hope.
Sorry.
Did you caught that?
It was.
Go
I
on.
think it
Hope
was a
he's
joke.
been treating
She
you
was
well. Hope.
Hope because that's her name.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
We're working on the comic, the funny part.
I'm sure.
I'm helping.
So, aside
Thanks.
from the investigation, what's you guys' plan now?
So how do you guys know each other?
That's a cool way of diverting the question. Well, again, I'm not sure if he told you, but we met.
We met. She was passing through our town, and she saved our town from the oh god,
What did you say?
from the monster.
What what
And-
monster was it?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Hello, Bria.
Do you remember, Nimra?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Must have been.
She kills a lot of monsters.
Must have not been that great of a monster.
She's the one who actually convinced me to go out and explore, and so she's the reason I know all you guys.
Yeah, well,
You told him to go out on his own at 16 and
I am 14.
14.
And that's any
You
better.
told us you were 16.
Sorry.
well, I mean,
Oh.
The child is no longer growing on me.
well,
In the room.
Okay.
That's what I came to.
I'm pretty sure it's along the lines of find his own way. And if he was unhappy with the circumstances, change them. So, if it required leaving home, then he did what he needed to do.
I was cast out as a young cub as well. I respect
Seems
it.
to have been doing fine.
As well as a cat can.
Define fine.
Feline.
Feline.
Fee fine.
Can I give him a D6 inspiration?
Well, back to your question.
What are we doing?
I'm in the room.
I'm
building
trying
the
to
hut.
get out of this city
Is
as
it not-
soon
has
as
it-
possible.
I'm in the hut.
Has
I'm
it been
building the
10
hut,
minutes?
so
Huh?
No,
once this is done, you
Yeah, I
guys
can
come
say,
in the
yeah,
room. We're
you
gonna
guys,
talk.
in the time
We're gonna have a nice long talk
gone
in the
through
hut.
just introductions and stuff. It's been about 10 minutes.
Well, it's time. I think Gabriel wanted us in our room now because he didn't want us in there 10 minutes ago, but he wanted us in there now.
What's he doing in there?
Yeah, what was he doing for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
privacy, man.
Can only
Just
imagine.
You're
We
asking.
all share that room.
respect the
asking me.
privacy. That's why he needed some privacy.
Make sure you guys all look before you sit down. But I'm gonna head up to the.
Let's go ask
Yeah, I
him.
wouldn't. Honestly, I just wouldn't sit down just in case.
Let's go ask him.
Yeah.
So, making your way over to your room, you come in on the tail end of Gabriel finishing his ritual. As he does, you see as a ball of light kind of shoots up above him for a bit. As it goes, it begins to envelop him, and as it lowers around him, he kind of just fades away.
I bet it does.
Fight me.
You faded away?
No, the thing,
Oh.
and then it kind of seems like it disappears.
Oh.
No, you can't see me anymore.
Okay, so
And then I go, hey, please get in the hut. And Miss Big Lady, if you wouldn't mind sitting in the room for like 5 minutes,
She's
2
not
minutes.
that big.
We'll
That's
be right back.
okay.
Miss
I
Big
will
Lady.
stay
I'm pretty sure she's smaller than
out with her.
I would prefer the whole group. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Everyone else, please come in.
I just see your head sticking out of nowhere. I'm like, this is cool as shit. Yeah, I fucking like
Talali follows them inside.
immediately get
Starts
in.
batting at it.
Just tell me, I guess, what happened.
That's so sharp.
Okay,
So,
so who's coming in the hut?
Everybody but Mitski. Oh, wait. It's 10 foot?
Says I can have
We're standing right here.
9 creatures of medium size.
Okay. That
Spell
works.
says.
Crap. Okay. But yes, entering inside, you can feel like almost like the border. Sorry, of it as you kind of just like really pack into it for the most part. And you can see as one person enters, they kind of just fade into nothing as they pass through the entrance. But looking out from whence you came, you can just see that you can see Mitski and her just standing there.
And you said they're not going to be able to hear us inside.
You are free to do it.
So what's
We know
going
he's
on?
14.
Scratching.
Should I step out?
Scratching the inside of my palm.
Can we hear from the outside?
I-
No, right? So we can hear what
yeah,
he and
yeah, you can see as she goes over, she sits down on like one of the beds, and she's just looking at Mitski. Again, like I said, interesting group.
All right, we'll talk about. We'll catch up. I'm gonna actually step out. I don't want to be part of this because I won't be in there. I won't be able to hear.
All right.
So, I'm not here either.
What did you call us into your tiny space for?
First of all, welcome to my hut. It is mine. It's no one else's. You are invited in, of course. Now, I do really like you guys a lot. I do.
Thanks, man. I think you're pretty cool too.
But
Oh.
can we not sit there and tell everyone about everything?
I'd prefer
Every
we
day.
didn't. I'd prefer we didn't.
Literally, it was like screaming from the tops of the mountains. Hey, does anybody want to know what the we do?
I
What
don't
do
even
we
let you guys
do?
know my name personally, so I'm all for that.
What do we do?
What do you mean?
Are you hiding anything, or
We're not hiding anything. It's just none of these people's fucking business of who we are or what we do. And we shouldn't just easily just give them every bit of information. Like, hey, this is how you can kill us all.
well, they can kill us all regardless. So I
They're
figured
weak, they're disgusting people.
Jesus.
there's also hundreds, maybe thousands of them.
Yes. But we're not their slaves. We are technically supposed to be guests, even though we were treated like absolute shit.
Talali does not feel like a guest. She feels like a prisoner.
Yes. And
I
the
want to
sooner
leave.
we can be done with this city, and I hope that you all have the same feeling towards that, the better.
I'm not meant for the city. I don't like being in big cities that much. I would much rather get out. And you guys are a pretty good group to travel with, so anywhere that we can make some coin, go to some unknown places, I would be very, very keen on that.
Yeah, no, this whole thing's a pretty big shock for me. I've never been in a city this big, not even close. But I don't see. We're trying. You're right. We are prisoners here. We're trying to prove our innocence here. We have no power here.
We've done nothing wrong.
No, and we have
And
to prove that.
But it shouldn't be, I'm just saying, we should be a little more careful and then not go, oh, hey, I sense magic on you. Oh, yeah, we have this magic item right back here. Why don't you come over here and take a look at it? Let's not do that anymore.
Would you rather them torture us and then tell them how?
You could just tell them, I don't know why that it is. Just fuck off. Like, it's simple.
That wasn't part of the official inquiry as well. They had no grounds to ask us about that.
Okay.
I mean, technically, they didn't have grounds to ask us
What's
about
important
anything.
is we have to leave. We have to sneak out somehow. She looks like really unsettled.
Sneaking out is just gonna make everything else worse.
Well, technically,
they
I
already
believe, I
know.
think
They're gonna know we're sneaking
I think
out.
Mitski's friend can allow us to leave when we want to leave. My plans personally, I do not care for this place.
Well, the guild did say that they were going to pay for our place to stay for the next week, which kind of implies that they are not gonna let us go just
Right.
this soon. I'm not trying to start trouble, but I'm trying to get out of here with as little
That as well.
little resistance as possible.
And honestly, 10 days is not Is that how many days?
It was 1 week, correct?
1 week?
Yeah, it's like a week.
Do we remember how many days they told us? 10 days, yeah. 10 days is not that long of a time. We can actually, I've heard cities are a very good place to make money, so we can use our time to a good purpose and at least make some coin while we're here.
Well, what if they decide that they want to keep us here forever, as in put us in prison? Would you want to be there?
Well, it's not like we haven't been on the road and
Just
haven't
leave
killed a
before.
guy before, so
Maybe
if
we
we've
should
got to
get
kill
out
a
while we
guy,
can.
we'll have to kill a guy.
Yes, but we have an entire army, an entire city against us this time.
We don't even want to be here. This place, their investigation
I say we
was
give them-
disgusting and a spit in the face.
I say we give them as little as we possibly can to make them happy, and then once they're satisfied for even a second, and we know we have at least a chance to leave, we leave immediately, and then after that we can figure out something.
Just want to know where you all stand on this.
I don't like giving out more information than we have to.
They have
Well,
no
I agree.
reason.
Yeah, but they also have all the power to just keep us here if they wanted to.
So if we were to try to leave right now,
I believe they would find us guilty and come for us.
Guilty of what?
Whatever we're running away
The
from.
fact they didn't ask the correct questions to get that whole thing solved right then and there is on to them. If we have to go I'm just gonna let everyone know this. If we're in the room with with the dead body again, they're doing that funky magic. There is one simple question they have to ask about that earth golem stone soul, whatever it was. Just ask the dead body, does Lockhart have one? They'll say yes, and we'll go, well, wash our hands clean of all of this.
How? I mean, I don't know how that washes our hands clean. They still think we started this whole thing.
Because they're fools.
But what evidence do they have of such things?
Because they're idiots.
Because they heard the druid say that we asked for it.
That whole question and answer didn't make sense. It seemed a little weird. There might have been some tampering there. That whole thing didn't make sense. The question that was asked and the answer that was presented. We never asked the druid for help. We asked him to get the spiders the hell out of the woods near the city.
This brings us back to Talali's theory that they're trying to frame us.
Why? They could have just captured us in town and brought us here. They had an army.
Yeah, exactly.
But that would make them look bad.
I don't know.
What if
We
we
just
show up?
what we should not do is be reckless. We don't need to piss off anybody, but we also need to keep our wits about us.
No
and
recklessness.
As long as me.
We need to keep our wits about us and
Just keep it down over there.
let them know as little as we can to skate by. As long as we can get out of here with zero conflict and not getting conscripted into some army that I have no desire to fight for,
Yeah, I agree with that.
then we'll be good.
But maybe we should use this time to make a bit of coin.
We could definitely do that.
Take a job or two.
We could take a job.
Okay. Well, let's
but-
get the boy back
But
in.
also,
if
let's
we
make
can-
sure that any job that we take, we clear it with Nimra as well. Make sure that it's all.
If
you
we
know,
could take
clear.
a job,
we don't
that'll
want to
get-
incriminate ourselves with the jobs we take here. You know.
If we could get a job that would take us out of town, that would kill two birds with one
Alright,
stone.
and then I'm gonna end the spell, so it's just gonna materialize down.
In this time, you've just been sitting with her. She's just been for a bit. For the first couple minutes, she's looking into the section where the spell was.
Oh, I've been talking the whole time.
Oh, you've been talking the whole
Oh,
time.
I've been asking her questions and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we can do that. So probably, unless you want to do that. It's up to you.
Anything you want specific you wanted to ask?
No. Just catching up. Just catching up. Like,
yeah. So in the time that they were speaking, she lets you know that, and those of you who were not speaking during that thing, you can overhear bits and pieces of this. But she basically gone over about after she left your town, she traveled through with a couple of people, went on a few missions, and eventually rose up in the ranks for a while, and is currently one of the lieutenants in the Bedelian Empire. She has a bit of sway, which is how she was able to get you guys' plea. In addition, she saved one of the guild captain's lives, and that is additionally why she has so much sway. But before she begins to go into detail about that, that's when the spell is.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Welcome back, indeed. How was it?
It was enlightening.
Yeah, I think we have an idea of how to spend our next 10 days. You know, gonna look for some kind of quake job or something.
We have to stay here for the 10 days, or I thought we didn't have to do that.
No, yeah, I'll let you know. You're free to come and go as you wish. If we call upon you, we would hope that you would come, but as far as I'm concerned, you're free to go and come and go as well.
Do you know if they're
It didn't
gonna?
seem like your guild leader. Is this her name?
Your leaders?
Didn't seem like they were too keen on that.
Yeah. What was
Eleanor?
Oh, you know Eleanor?
No.
No, you're saying that's her name.
That's the woman who was doing all the
Oh
talking.
yeah, I didn't know she said.
Yeah, she
her
is the
name.
leader of the Sedin Guardians. She is the unofficial head of the guild. There's no heads, but she is as
Why-
close to it as can get.
Doesn't that sort of like become a little crazy with no actual leader?
Yes, majority of things is based off of votes. Now, we've had in the past issues with one specific person being leader, and so to prevent one person from having too much power, we're going to go into a bit of a voting system. And since there's 8 guilds, if there's a bit of a tie, then the military gets their vote on guild affairs.
Okay, so the military is sort of separate from the guilds.
Yes. Separate, yet equal.
Okay.
I don't like that.
So,
What's the plan?
yeah, you guys gonna be heading out, or are you gonna stay,
Maybe.
stick around?
Do you know of anything interesting going on in town? We saw the Colosseum.
Well, there's the Coliseum that is
The Orange
always,
Arena.
Yes, there is always going battles on a day in and out, except for the last day of the week. That is usually reserved for the guilds to fight in there. But aside from that, then there is a couple of things that usually, a couple of the docks usually request hands with either ships coming in and out, whether it's merchandise, protection through local trade. There's a couple of boards located randomly throughout the city where people will post favors. There's the theater, could always use helping hands, and the military can always use a couple of hired swords as well if you wish to do that.
We could go compete in the Coliseum again today.
I mean, that's pretty good money.
Maybe we should ask Nimra if there are any, or where to get the best.
You could just ask her.
Yep, I'm right here.
Hello, Nimra.
This is
And
great, by the way.
where-
Oh yeah, we already
We've
did
met.
that. Yeah.
where would you suggest on finding the best paying jobs around here?
The best paying jobs would either be in the guild or in the military. Usually for those you have to prove that you were able to handle it before they send you out. But that's usually by completing smaller tasks and getting
Well, we have 2
notorious.
champions of the Coliseum. Where?
Yep, you can use in the arena if you get enough notoriety in there.
How much does that pay?
It can be spent anywhere from a couple hundred to a couple thousand to tens of thousands, depending on what the job is.
That's interesting.
Well, I would rather work, I guess, for the military than the guild.
Or
Guilds.
there's always
With the military, it's usually usually like a hired hand sort of thing, unless you want to, unless that's always an option. But with the military, you can. There's a couple of individuals in charge of just things that they don't have the manpower or time to deal with themselves.
Do you know of any military hirings right now?
Well, in my specific section, we are encountering a couple of things that's going on out at sea. But talk about it. Yeah. There is a certain thing or two I'd like to speak with you later about Mitski, if you've got the time. But as of right now, I do not know much.
Well, I can say that I haven't spent very much time on the ocean, so I would be highly interested in doing that.
I don't think
Well,
I've ever
as
seen
well.
the sea. Yeah.
So, where would we go down to the docks to find out more about that job, or?
No, to get to the job, you would have to speak with at the barracks and get information on that. One of the large barracks would be near the town hall, next to the center of the city. You'll see it's a big stone building with a couple of towers placed around it. Get this. You guys have seen this on your way to the bank. You noticed it in the local area passing it, based off of the description of the building that she's talking about.
Why haven't you joined a guild? You seem pretty, from the story that Mitski told us, you seem
well,
pretty capable.
Yeah, well, the guilds are kind of like a niche thing. They cater to their own specific type of people. Some of them, you have to be accepted into the guild, and they have to, based off of valor or whatever. And each of them have their own interests. Some of them prefer the more broody types, others like the more scholarly types, others like those who are in like the nature aspects. A couple of them are into the dark of the night of sorts, if you get my drift. So
I just curse under my breath in Druidic when she mentions the nature guys. Fucking assholes.
So, but with the military, it's a kind of a free-for-all. You apply, you go through training, and if you get enough, you get in. If not, they kind of put you somewhere guarding the tavern or something like that.
Well, I suppose if they need hired hands, we should go maybe get some more information about that job. At least it'll get us out of out of the tavern and out of the city for a little bit. Anyone opposed to that?
No.
Alright, what time of day is it?
It is round 2.
Okay, so we have time to go to the barracks. Alright, so I guess we'll all head to...
That's where the board is?
Well, that's where we have to get more information about the job at sea. It's at the barracks.
You do that, I'll check out the board. Maybe we split up, we get more information about more jobs.
Alright.
You see she reaches into this little pouch on the side, she pulls out a couple pieces of paper. She writes a little bit. Looking at the paper, she says her name, her rank, and her signature. Just hand that to anyone, and they should give you a little bit of notoriety.
Okay.
You're not coming with us?
If you want. I mean, got some stuff to do, but we've got a little bit of time on our hands.
It could help to have you in person at the barracks.
Maybe we can give this to
Maybe vouching for us.
Gabriel, and he can. That can be his.
I'm going to the job board. I
Right.
don't think I need her paper for that. That was for the barrack people, like the
Right.
people that are involved in the town guard.
Well, I'll hang on to the letter of recommendation. She puts it back in, but you can come with us so I can use that later.
Alright. So, who's going where?
We're splitting up.
I'm going to the job board. Yeah, I feel like we should gather more information at a faster rate.
Yeah. So I guess me, Namira, Mitski, Nimra. Anyone else want to go to the barracks with us?
Talali.
Talali.
Go to the job board, I guess.
Okay.
Keep it even.
We'll go to job board.
All right. So you guys go. We'll.
Help.
I'm gonna go to the job board.
Okay. So, gonna deal with those of you who are going to the barracks first. So, heading out towards the barracks, you see this Nimrod kind of like grabs hold of your arm, just like motions for you to like stay back a little bit.
Yeah.
She speaks with you. Along your walk, she goes into detail a little bit more, continuing the conversation we had before about how apparently one of the captains, to his shame, cannot swim, and she jumped into the water and saved him. And although he tells other people that she killed someone who was trying to stab him in the back, between them, he couldn't swim. She saved him. You see, as the conversation goes on, she gets a little bit more like somber tone. Well, by the way, I wasn't in that meeting by happenstance. Apparently, one of the matrons of El Mater is seeking to speak with you. And she sends me to try and ease things up to kind of expedite the process. But I don't know what it is about, but she's never come and sought me before, so you know.
Okay. Thank you.
She's kind of like looking like kind of inquisitive, just trying to figure out to get more.
Does she seem worried?
She's more confused than anything. Because again, she's never been sought out by those guys before, so she doesn't know.
Before I met you, her and I had talked about the thing, and so maybe that's why.
Okay. But as this conversation goes on, you make your way over to the barracks, as you mentioned. A little bit, about 10 minutes walk from where the set town hall is. There is a gated up stone wall surrounding this big stone building. Inside there is just a number of different like towers that overlooks this section of the city, along with different inside of the wall, smaller walls that go along the barracks. Entering inside, there is an array of desks along the left and right that have different people, some sort of like secretaries by the looks of it, along with one bigger elevated desk in the center. Along the left and right, you see halls that go along deeper inside that leads to this town. Along with a opening in the back through, you see that leads into a bit of a field.
So I guess Nimra, who would we go to about asking about your seafaring job?
Well, normally you can speak with her in the center. She points to the center desk, the elevated one, and you see that there's two women that are just seemingly working on paperwork. They seem to carry out the majority of the mission boards for the guild, and whenever someone needs a favor or whatever, they send it to them, and they determine whether it is worthy of importance to allocate our resources to. But as of right now, we can go speak to my head and see if he's got anything that she can do for you guys.
Perfect.
Going deeper in, she leads you down the left hallway and goes up to a set of stairs that leads to a couple of offices. And near the end, you enter a almost pretty small office with an array of different swords and axes along the sides of the wall. Sitting at the back of the office. You find a dragonborn male sitting, and you see that he is seemingly like sharpening a blade. And sir, I would like to introduce you to a couple of my friends. She goes down Mitski or Gray. This is Commander Tor. Nice to meet you. He sees you. Well done. How can I assist you? I'm sure it is important. She looks to you. Well, a couple of them would be interested in any work that you have for them. Any type of sellswordy things that they can do. And as he looks at you, a couple of you seemed you know your way around a blade.
Yes. Of course.
Yes.
Really?
The bow, not
Of course.
the blade.
Well, not the blade.
Right here.
What's your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
15.
15. You see, as he just looks over you guys a bit, and as he reaches down, you see as he quickly like tosses over a blade, a very small blade your way. As you were unexpecting it, it just manages to pierce through part of your clothes. It just does 3 points of damage.
Wait, this is a weird one for you.
Sorry.
Could I deflect missiles on him? Because I'm so
think,
close.
I think that's only on you to
Okay.
attack towards you.
Good try.
You see, as this happened, you see as she is just like kind of like rolling her eyes. And she's like, oh,
Read it. I don't know.
I pulled
My class.
both of my E-claws out. I'm like, you want to try it again?
like your spirit.
Cat.
No need. Okay. Tell me what's the toughest thing you ever killed, kid?
What's the toughest thing I killed while I was in the forest?
Giant spider.
You're like,
Oh shit, yeah, I
right.
killed a giant
Yeah.
spider and an ent.
And a tree.
Normal size
So you must be part of that group.
Shit.
Do
Fuck.
you know us already?
Well, they already
I
knew.
believe you refer to you as Talali's warband.
No.
Yes, I am Talali.
So you're the infamous Talali.
Yes.
Okay. Well, well, it seems you've made a bit of a name for yourself. I think we have an issue of to the north of us. We have a bit of an alliance of sorts with a group, a tribe known as Lizard Folk. That's what they call them, as you know, the lizard people. But they seem to have been having some issues with their harvests or whatever, their people, and it's not of importance of us right now. Although we do like to maintain relations with them, we'd like to get other people out before we send our own military to their camp. So, if you can go there and retrieve information, I would be willing to give each of you, how many are you? 3, 4.
There are
Well, there's-
7 of us.
There's yeah. The other half of our band is seeking
Consider
other
other
employment.
options.
But
Should you be able to do this, I will give you, depending on how fast it will be done, about 900 per person.
How about an even 1,000?
Make a persuasion check. Oh. Unfortunately, this is your kind
Letting
of
a
opening.
14-year-old speak.
Usually the price isn't that high, but since you're with friends, that's about as high as I'm willing to do.
Okie doke.
well,
You feel this like slight nudge on your shoulder for a second.
Okie doke. Ow.
well, what's his name? Well, Tor, we're that does certainly sound appealing and very interesting to us. We will, however, have to meet up with the rest of our group and discuss it amongst ourselves.
All right.
Is there a time limit?
Well, we'd like this done as soon as possible.
Could we get back to you tomorrow morning?
Well, tomorrow morning, sure. If the job's still there tomorrow morning.
Well, we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Okay. All right. As he motions, you see, as she.
I turn around as I'm walking. No, listen. I turn around as we're walking out the door. For 950 gold each, I'll take it for you right now.
Make it pretty hefty. See, I already failed. DC's higher.
Okay. 14.
For 900, you can take it now.
Talali
Will you
pulls
be
him off to the
will
side
you
if
be
he wants.
providing us passage or travel to the lizard folk?
No, it's right around the corner. It's about a day or two from here.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression, looking at Nimra, that we would be on the high seas, but
Oh, that job. Oh, that, no, I think just for right now, that's all we're asking for right now.
all right. Well,
She has this kind of like confused look on her face, and she kind of brushes it off. Of course.
we'll take it. We'll take it. And when do you want us to report back to start?
Oh my god.
When do you want to do what?
When should we set out to the lizard folk?
As soon as possible, perfectly.
All right. Can I give him, or do you have a map that you could point out to where we're going?
A map? No. Just head north. You should find the river, follow the river for about a day or two. You should eventually find a couple of lizard folk. And this, he reaches down and hands you this medal with the Bindle symbol on it. And in this, let them know that you are from us and that you are there to help.
All right. Grab the medal.
Talali takes it.
Yep. Talali takes it.
Let him hold on to it.
Talali has plans.
He's got strong hands.
Talali is stronger.
Talali is stronger.
She just
Fine.
tucks it into a pocket.
We'll set out as soon as we can, as soon as we meet up with the rest of them.
Alright, well, report back here as soon as possible as soon as the job's complete, and try to keep things from getting messy.
All right.
Alright.
So we head back out. I guess we head back to the Sleepy Bird.
What's your AC again?
I'm ready for it though.
That's a natural 20.
What the fuck?
So it's 2 damage. This time he kind of throws this wooden one, as you kind of like see it coming, it just hits you on the side of the head. So it's 2 damage. It would have been 1, natural 20.
Okay.
Talali versus laughter.
As I'm walking out,
You just
I'm gonna use produce flame. Just on like a little piece of like paper on his desk, and then just walk out.
Oh, shit! As the door's closing, he's like pointing at you while you're trying to put down out the fire. But that is that. Cutting over to the rest of you, you begin to headway
I'm gonna let him
to
throw shit out.
near the center of town as well, towards where a couple of shops are located, and you eventually come to an opening where a couple of stalls, smaller stalls, are stationed, and a big board is placed. It's full of different papers and signs requesting aid from locals.
That's good.
Basically. You see above it, there's just kind of a little bit of cover to keep just from the elements covered, but that's about it.
searching.
Make an investigation check.
Searching.
Those of you who wish, you can aid him, and you can have advantage.
No one helps him.
No one helps you? Cool.
No, I mean we're both helping him, but
Okay, so
you can only have one advantage, right?
Yeah.
So I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to count that one, but it totally didn't go into that. That's no better. No. 9.
Okay. So through the array of just different things, nothing of real interest gets to you, aside from the occasional help with bodyguard going through town, shipping things from one side to the other, going through shadier parts and shadier alleys. But nothing that, majority of them, the most that they kind of offer
shit.
is either like 10, 21, the largest thing that you find is about 100 gold worth, nothing really worth your time.
I will take the Or just the paper for the highest paying one I can find.
Okay, highest paying one.
And just
is
bring
fine.
it with me just cause.
Okay. Highest paying one that you can find is arm wrestling contest, gold with total of 100 gold coins to the leader.
Ah, yes. Arm wrestling for the weakest group in the city. This is perfect. I don't know shit. All right, let's go meet up with the guys.
With that investigation.
Let's go meet back up with them.
I'm so glad I came with you guys.
This was fruitful.
You guys can look at the board too. I mean, do whatever you want.
Make perception checks to the rest of you. Those of you who are out and about.
13.
21.
Perception.
Percepciones.
16.
So making your way back towards to where the rest of the party is, you do manage to see through the crowds the same general from Alberton who just sat there and watched you fight is currently watching you. He's not following you, but he's just once again leaning on his sword. He's watching you.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Hey, check out.
Stares on.
Yeah, Captain looks a lot here. Stares a lot.
You know, based off of his attire and the ones in the hall that you found, he seemed to be the leader of the Horse on Dragons.
But he was not at the meeting.
Hmm?
He was not at the meeting that at the interview.
No.
But that was the guy from before.
Yeah. From the town. Whilst you guys were fighting, he was on the sideline watching.
That was yes.
Oh, that was the guy that I called out
Yep.
during our interview.
Yeah, he wasn't there. And he's behind us or in front of us?
Well, on the side of you guys, just watching. At the time of you noticing him, he's just to the side of you, just watching as you're going down the street.
I guess we'll quiet down whatever conversation we're having and we'll just keep walking by.
Yeah, we're just going to go back to meet up with the group. But and I'm gonna cast Major Image. His douchebag ass doing the same thing, staring right back at himself, leaning on his fucking sword. Just gonna leave it there for just like right in for like 10 feet in front of him, doing the exact pose, just staring at him. And I walk by.
Do I see
my
this?
VSM.
Huh?
Do I see this too?
Yeah. He's not trying to hide it. But,
Yeah, or his laughs as well.
seeing
Let's go meet back up with the rest of the
Yeah,
group.
you see he's kind of like there's like a little chuckle for a bit. Picks up his blade and just begins to walk in the opposite direction. But eventually the group just come and meet back up with each other.
So,
So the job board did not have much, afraid.
good, because I found us a pretty decent payday, and we leave now.
What does it pay?
Really?
900 per person.
Indeed,
Okay.
the bird speaks the truth.
Yes. Getting out
It's a
of town would
pretty
be
good
nice.
payday.
We ran into Captain Creepo, sitting in the streets watching us, leaning on his blade. I think he was offering candy to children. I'm not too sure.
Oh, so he couldn't show up for the interview, but he had time to follow you guys around.
Yeah, guy gives off real pervy vibes.
All right, well, let's get out of this pervy ass city. I could go for a night under the stars. I say we leave now.
What is the job, I suppose?
So 2 days north of here, we have to follow the river, find the community of lizard folk. Apparently, they've been having issues with their Orys.
They've been having issues. You didn't go into
They've been having issues.
What is the
They didn't
job?
go into much detail.
We're supposed
Basically, just go,
Check up on them.
check up on them, receive information, and if we can't solve it, return quickly with as much information
Have
as
you
possible.
met these lizard folk before?
I've encountered a few.
You're from the forest.
Yeah, they're generally not super fond of outsiders, but Talali, show them.
She pulls out of her pocket like a little Bendelian metal crest.
They are, they are allied with Bindle, so They're sending us so they don't have to send a whole detachment of military to them. So
I guess
Sounds like easy enough. Why do you think that pay is kind of high?
I think it's a lot of travel.
It is kind of a nuisance, so
Is
they
that
might just be paying for our time.
amount of pay?
Honestly, probably costs them much more to send 20 soldiers out there
Do a whole campaign
and then come
planning
back.
and stuff like that.
And this gentleman said we could leave today.
Yes, he wants it done as soon as possible.
Well, I would like to. I really want to visit the port. I've never seen the ocean. I don't want to miss my one chance.
Well, we have to come back.
The ocean's quite big. I assure you, you'll see it someday.
I'm sure there'll
I
be
mean,
more.
I don't know if I will, but
We have to come back here after the job anyways. We can't just leave.
things. I don't know. People die all the time.
You're not gonna die.
We can stop by the
I
port
wanna
as
see
we
the
go
ocean.
out.
It'll
Does it
only
sound
take
good?
a couple
I want to
hours.
see 900 gold in my purse.
I'll go.
But by the time we get back from the ocean and get out of the city, it's going to be nightfall.
It's still gonna be nightfall when we.
So
It's like 4 o'clock right now.
Let's hit the fucking ocean. Gang goes to the beach.
We'll
Beach
just wake up
episode.
extremely early and then
Yeah.
we'll leave.
Gang goes to the beach. Let's go to the port.
should we maybe confirm with the captain that we're gonna do the
I
job?
thought you guys already said that you.
We did. We did.
Okay, so you guys begin to head towards the eastern side of town. Due to the sheer size, it takes you about an hour and a half from where you are to get to. Build up. It gets to the wall separating this section of the town from the ports. Reaching the wall, you see as there's quite an array of different shops and stalls set up with people selling different, by the sound of the fresh goods. And immediately as you approach, you smell the area just gets this fishy scent.
Talali seems very happy at the scent.
Reaching,
Do I get any
Fancy feast.
any sort of like feeling as we walk?
Personally, you've never been to the ports before, and it's got nothing to do with your deity thing. So, in terms of like your experiences, this is your first time seeing the ocean up this close. You've seen it at like a distance, but never been to an actual port. This part of that city is packed more with sailors than anything. Yes.
Could I retroactively before we go or before we get there, have a talk? So guys, actually, Nimra was talking to me, and she said that someone from the church was asking to see me. So I mean, I've seen the ocean before. I'm gonna, if anyone maybe wants to come with, but I'm just gonna go over there.
I don't recommend. I mean, you can definitely go there, but I would not feel comfortable you going by yourself. Also, I might have not made the best impression the first time I went to the temple, so I will not be joining you.
If you get the chance, could you mention that? Let me see. That Kala over at Middleek sends her regards. She was the one who was setting up shop at the temple.
How far away is the temple from
The
the port?
Very far. From where you are, it would be about 2 hours to walk from here.
Okay, so could we get there before nightfall?
She left around, so it's about an hour and a half. It's about 3:30 here, depending on how long you stay in. Probably.
think Mitski's trying to say he's going to go there
If you want to leave,
before we get to the port.
If you want to go,
That's what you're saying, right? Like
from where you are, I could say
like
from
you're
where
going
you
that
are,
way,
it's
we're
about
going to
an
the
hour
port kind of thing.
from where you are to get to the temple. If you want to go there before it goes to ports.
Whatever's easier. Just if I've seen Mitski's seen the ocean before, doesn't necessarily need to see it again, and has something he does need to do.
Did she mention if it was like immediate, like necessary, or?
I suppose it was relatively important because I mean they mentioned me by name and I've never been there before. And Nimra mentioned that they've never done something like
Did
that
Nimra
before.
leave, by the way, or did she stay at the bar?
She stayed at the bar.
Okay.
I gave her a big ol' hug.
Well, does anyone
my
want?
God.
Does anyone want to go with the boy? I mean, I have no problem going with you, but I'm sure I'm not that welcome there. Kind of like pointing out my horns and the teeth.
It's fine. We can just go. I don't want to split up, especially
can-
after people watching us. What it seems.
Let's stay together.
Let's just go to the temple.
Let's let him
No,
get
no,
it.
no, no, my God. We can go to the beach, but I just want to go there before the day ends.
Let's
We can-
let him
I'll
get
find
his.
I'll find my way to the port. Don't worry about that.
You guys can go to the port. Me and Mitski go to the temple.
Like I
and
said,
we
I'd rather
meet
not
at the
split
North
the
Gate.
party.
Then let's
meet at
go
the North
to the
Gate.
But
port
we are planning on staying the night, just waking up very early and leaving in the morning, aren't we? So if anything, we're going to be meeting back up at the Sleepy Bird. Yes.
Right, but I don't want to split up the party.
What do you
So
think?
let's go to the port together and
We're already
then
at
to
the
the
port.
church together.
We're at the port already.
Yeah, we're at the
Let's
port. We're at the port already.
see the ocean and then get going. Yes. Okay. we're gonna go out to the. Is there like a deck or like dock that,
There's a massive array.
Boardwalk.
or like a
Yes.
boardwalk? That's what I meant.
Looking out as far as your left and right, you can see as there's just docks and ports going out, just ships and people going, fishers, just working the port. You see as there's a sign behind you that says the Seaside District, and looking this port and this section is probably bigger than Alberton itself. It's probably twice or maybe 3 times the size of the city itself, of Alberton. Looking towards these ships, you see as there's ships larger than buildings stationed along the sides. And looking to the right, there is an array of different jaggedy rocks to the far right that you can see almost silhouettes of them, along with a couple of, looks like ships that met their ends to the jaggedy rocks. These jagged rocks seem to be stationed below the cliffs that hold the castle that you guys can see, from a distance as well.
What is the? I'm assuming there's both military and like merchant-looking ships.
Yes, to the left, you can notice that noticing to the left seems to be primarily more fishing ships and trade ships, and the ships get progressively larger and more well-armed the further right you get. You notice that to the right seems to be more of where the military seems to hold their ships, while to the left is just for general trade and other sorts and travel.
Are there pirates here? I want to meet a pirate.
I could imagine
if
so.
we met a pirate, they will not tell you they are
Yeah, I agree with Talali.
I've never met a pirate.
Me either.
Well, if we knock this job out and do a good job, I'm pretty sure they'll give us the.
A treat.
Well, no. He Tor kind of acted like we weren't ready for the seafaring job that Nimra was talking about. So.
Everyone can make a perception check real quick.
Yikes. That's
12.
14.
Not 20.
Oh yeah.
That,
see everything.
yes.
Sight beyond sight.
You see my
I got a
roll.
15.
Yeah.
15. Well, Talali, you notice out in the distance, further out at sea, there is this large, looks like a tower of sorts, and seems like an island. That there is this almost never-ending cloud that is just over the area. And you notice that the birds that have been out at sea are noticeably avoiding that section, and it's a lot. It seems to be just darkness. The clouds in the over aren't moving like the rest of them. That's one thing.
Can she tell how far away it is? Like miles or like feet or just?
Looks to be quite a distance. It seems like the same distance it took you to probably walk from the Sleepy Bird to here. Seems about how far out it is from your current position. So it took about an hour and a half to walk from here. So judge that as well.
She kind of like pokes Gray, like, hey, do you see that? She points out towards it.
I can see it when she points it out, right?
Yeah. Notice that you can tell like there's almost a silhouette of a tower out there.
All right. You guys are gonna have to give me a second to pull out my notebook, and I just start sketching.
What are you doing?
Keeping
Talali
notes.
points out the tower to Gabriel.
But I know what this is.
You can make a wisdom check. Everyone can make a wisdom check. Those of you who are from the area, can make a wisdom check with Aaron. So
This is just a wisdom check. It's an 11.
18.
So those of you who got 18 or higher, you know this to be Morna Prison. Those who are in the Bedelian Empire who commit crimes of noticeable offense. If you are not imprisoned in the local prisons, you are sent there. It's pretty bad.
There's Supermax prison, basically.
Huh?
What's the name of it again?
Morna Prison.
Morna?
Yes. Morna Prison.
More prison.
The only way to get on there and back is through ship. They only had 3 people escape.
Do we know who
Me.
escaped? Do we know the names?
Those of you who rolled the 18 or higher?
I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
I escaped.
I escaped. So did I.
There's your backstory.
I'm backstory.
You were the only one who knows that. Only 3 people have escaped. So as far as you know, no one's ever escaped.
Maybe 2 other people.
He knows them by name.
You do not know them by name.
Ah, crazy place. Very, very far.
Is that perhaps where they wanted us to go for this sea voyage? They did not think we were ready for?
Probably not.
I'd
Oh,
bet it.
not.
It looks
Seems to
very
be
scary.
Their issue over there.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Well,
I'd be interested in doing that.
What, going
Have
to
you-
prison?
Maybe catching some some bandits who are on the run. You know.
have you gotten your fill of the sea air yet?
Yeah, we can go.
All right. So let's head back towards the temple.
So leaving this general area, again, you are just constantly bombarded with people offering you either fresh fish or different types of
On the way out, do I see a really corny, tiny little kitty pirate hat that I can buy? That someone's selling? Damn it. Oh, fine. Alright, let's go on.
Sorry.
I want to buy a fish.
Buy a
Probably
fish.
buy some too.
Okay. So there's an array of different
get you a
fish.
jelly wrap.
There's different stalls.
For your
All of
first
them
time
are selling
at the
different
docks.
fish. A lot of them are either cut up already, pre-made, or just on ice by itself. There are fish of different size. You want a large fish or smaller fish.
I want a fish, like a medium-sized fish that would be a good. Actually, no. I want 7 small fish.
7 small fish. And how expensive are you willing to spend for that fish? They're small. They're regular fish that just caught off of the docks. That they charge you a silver for it.
Yeah, I'll get 7 of those.
Okay. So they hand you these silver fish, just completely fresh, are still on ice. And you put them in a pouch and put them on ice.
Sorry guys, camera difficulties.
I don't know why they keep Why this keeps happening.
Is it frozen?
Just that one over there.
Yeah.
All it needs to be is unplug and plug back in.
Can they still hear us?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry guys, we can
okay.
continue.
Yeah, we're good. We're good to
Oh,
continue.
yes.
Ready to go now?
Yeah, but
No, but you're good to continue.
Okay.
No.
Just work through it. Just unplug and replug it.
You guys decide to get some. You get some fish. They hand you a couple of these about foot-long fish. You put them in a bag of ice and
Is anyone hungry?
Make sure it's got power.
still completely raw, still scales and everything.
What time is it?
It's about 3.
Is there a blue light on it? Blue light. Nope. On the.
Talali find
splitter.
any sort of like smoked
No
fish?
blue light.
Smoked fish. Make a variable perception check.
16.
16. So you
Don't
see
touch it, that's
along
it.
the back wall, there's an array of different little stalls with, you see there's some burners, just little fires set up, a couple of them with just patches over it, just trying to cook it with smoke itself. And you see a couple of them are selling fish.
The smoked fish will last a bit longer than like the other ones like stored, right? So she goes up to the stall. What kind of options?
There are, from your options, there are fish, exotic fish that they have been caught out deeper at sea and brought into shore. There's fish that have been caught either in the docks or off of the river and brought here. There are other fish that just bad and traded.
What's the weirdest looking thing at this point?
The weirdest looking thing is a fish that the inside of it is almost like a rainbow.
Talali looks at that one and her eyes just like glitter with excitement. She points at it. How much?
Oh, you've got a great eye. That one would be a gold perhaps.
While she's talking, I'm just using create flame and like roasting my own fish, and then performance.
Can I have just 1 ounce of that one and the
11.
rest much cheaper?
Okay. So you see as he it's just like fillet there and just goes to cut it up and here you are. He says, it is absolutely, if you're eating it right now, it is delicious. It's you see as the more you bite into it, the flavors kind of change from the salty to savory to almost sweet flavor. It is delicious.
Talali is visually crying in happiness. She seems so upset that she can't get more. She's like, she looks at some like lesser fish or just anything. It's like,
Yeah, a lot of them are some of them pink, some of them white. One of them strangely black.
What's something cheap? She asked.
Something cheap. Just some of these.
Here, I got a
those. And you see, it's above it. You see, is this silver fish on a sign and a couple of just fillets put there. Probably about.
I've got a fish for you. I bought several.
Talali wants to have some for later for the travels.
Okay.
She buys like 5 of them smoked so she can.
Yeah, so you just wrap some in the some like paper, sort of just some seaweed, and just add some to you. There you go. That'd be 2 silver each.
She hands all of it over.
Thank you. She's doing business with you.
She goes back towards her.
Okay, everyone have their fish? Blue fish, red fish, big fish, you fish?
You should make a book.
Are you hungry? You want one?
I
See, it's
go. We have got
it's
some
like
2-hour.
hanging
You
above
said we had a 2-hour walk
one
all
of
the
the
way to the
shops.
temple.
There's like a fish that is
Yeah.
larger. It's about like 10 feet long, and just thick, about 4 or 5 feet wide.
That's
You
a
see it
jerk-ass
takes like
fish.
It takes like 2 of these massive hooks just to hold it up. And you see as the wood is almost like bending just under holding the weight.
I'm like, damn! I can't afford that shit. And then I keep walking because, as Gabriel said, we have a 2-hour walk to the temple.
All right. So, would you like to take the 2-hour trip or the 2.5-hour trip? The 2-hour trip cuts through the crappy part of the city, or the 2.5-hour just goes through the main streets.
We're leaving tomorrow, so 2.5 hours really isn't that big of a deal.
All right. Following a lot of the main streets, you look to your right and notice almost like a hole, just a part of the wall that was never completely finished building. You see as there's just the buildings inside of that area are very noticeably smaller and just shabbier, just more run down than the rest of the city. And the guards in that area are a lot more scarce. But as you pass it, you continue, and to your right, you see as there is another temple surrounded by this brick wall containing a sign that says Temple of Hathor as you continue deeper into the city towards the center.
Do I know what the god Hathor is the god of?
Make a religion check.
Shit, let's call it. Religion? That's a 21, baby.
21? My name is... Oh no, wrong Hathor. That's definitely Greek. So you know that Hathor is going to be the, one of the gods of law and justice. He's very commonly judged off of your role. She was not too commonly worshipped until very recently due to her being worshipped by one of the heroes of lore, of heroes of Olin. And
which one?
With that check, it was Buffy was the one who brought Hathor to this section of the world. But she's more newer, and temples have been slowly but surely sprouting up around the Mongolian Empire.
What's happening?
Can I make a check to see if there has been anybody following us?
Yeah, make a perception check.
13.
13? Yes. I rolled terribly. Yes, there has this ever since the ports. You notice a couple of people have been following you.
Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but we've been getting a tail, and I don't mean grays here.
I mean, speaking of tails,
You're noticeably about 60 feet behind, and the only reason you notice every time you stop to talk or look at something, they stop and then they continue walking.
So, are you guys ready to? I'm not saying we have to start sprinting, but
we're gonna race.
I could.
What can I tell what they look like?
You look make a say investigation check just to give how much a general idea of them.
Investigation 15.
15? Okay. So looking at them, they seem to be wearing some dirty clothes. They seem to be just like the lowly thugs trying to just get a score or some sort.
You'd like to play with the game with me?
Is this really a time for games right now?
Well, listen.
It's going to involve our new friends back there.
Listen. We can get rid of them without even talking to them. I'm assuming we haven't stopped. We're continuing to walk.
Still walking, yeah.
Okay.
Are there any guards?
Is there an area where we're about to maybe go around a corner?
Yes, very
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
The Temple of Hathor is almost near the edge of where one of the walls turns.
Okay. Like I said, we don't have to run, but you guys need to keep moving. Once I do what I'm going to do, it's not going to hurt anyone.
Are you gonna hide?
No.
Well, I was gonna say, why don't you and Ithru hide, and then maybe wait for him to pass by, and sort of start following him.
No,
And then
because we can lose them all at the same time right now.
We're trying to
Don't
lose
we
him.
want to know why?
I kind of want to know why he's following us.
They just look like thugs.
I can go ask him.
I recommend you don't do that.
Do we see the guards around?
Yep.
Like, where are they?
The guards are just sporadically just walking around the city to see.
Also, I mean,
What do you think, Gabriel?
I would prefer to pull these gentlemen into an alleyway or something, but because it seems like they're. Like you
I'm
said,
just
there are
saying I
guards
can give us
around.
a pretty much foolproof way of losing them right now.
I kind of want to find out
Oh,
why.
I can hide us completely.
What do you think, Hope?
I mean, they're going to follow us to a temple. I mean, they're not going to learn anything.
Yeah, let's just let them keep following us for a minute.
Now, if we were going to confront them, that would involve a little trickery. We would need an alleyway and a trick.
Well,
Tricks.
how about we just let them follow us to the temple, and if they're still there when we come out, then
we'll let Mitski wave at them, scare them off. I just don't know about starting a fight in the middle of the city. If there's guards around.
I'm not gonna fight anyone. No one's gonna get hurt with my plan. Just saying. Once we go around the corner, you guys need to keep moving.
Okay.
As you work, Cat.
All right. So,
We do as instructed.
as we go around the corner,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast what's it called? Fog cloud.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at everyone and I'm gonna be like, all right, let's go. Let's run for a minute.
I'll race you.
And then
I'm dashing.
feline agility, baby.
Flies forward as fast as she can.
I'm following
Cloud.
you.
Fog cloud.
Fuck.
So you see as you begin to curve around the corner, Gray begins to just scratch on part of the E-claw, and as bits of the just metal comes to spark off and fall onto the ground. As it does, you see as some smoke begins to form and quickly just disperse along the local area, and you just hear just the sounds as people are just kind of confused and just surprised and caught off by what's going on. But as you do, you continue and just dash through the crowds and make your way towards the temple.
Gonna make sure to hold on to my purse.
Both of them.
My coin purse. Yeah, both of the coin purses.
Okay. Okay. So you guys begin to just run and just sprint for a good couple of minutes until you, as you begin to leave the range of the spell, begins to slowly dissipate. But you continue to just hopefully lose them as you make your way towards the temple. After you guys just kind of just run until you get to the temple.
I say we run until we're maybe around another corner because running straight to the temple kind of looks sketchy.
It's gonna be exhaustion too. It's a lot of running.
So once we get around like another corner, maybe a little bit a ways from the fog cloud, that's when we can like chill and go back to our normal pace.
Slow up.
Because that probably brought a little bit of or could have brought some attention to us, but at least it got their attention off of us. So
Yeah.
Let's
So-
get to this temple now.
Are they still following us?
Make a perception check.
What is with me today? I can't see shit.
Outside of the box, so I'm going to roll again. That's fair? Yeah, it was a roll that was not meant to happen. You tell me.
Just once, yes, but in the future, if just as long as it's on the table, it's good. But this time, where's the outlaw?
8.
8. Okay. As far as you can tell, they are not following. Seems to have lost them and the distraction. But you continue and make your way over to the Elmada Temple. Climbing the steps again, you do eventually reach the 2 entrances to the temple. This one you go through the same one as before. Entering this time, the temple is pretty packed for this time of the day, as quite a bit of people are either praying or leaning along the walls or the floors. A couple of people are just greeting you. Hello, welcome, welcome.
Do I get so they're greeting us as we walk in?
Yep.
So if I give them a nice smile, do I get any kind of reaction out of them?
From you can tell, make an insight check. And a religion.
Jesus!
Maybe a charisma check too.
And a religion check.
A religion check.
A little better. Holy cannoli, Batman. The first one was what?
Insight?
Insight is jack. That's gonna be an 8. No, a 6.
A 6?
But religion's gonna be a 15.
Okay. So, judging off of her reaction, she seems to be happy that you're here. It's great to see you. But judging from religion, you know that not everyone is as nice to tieflings as you have experienced. The Temple of Imater in specific have in recent years been more lenient in understanding that not everyone is based off of their background. And you are tolerated more than accepted, but she seems to be happy that you're here.
And these are all humans that we see.
For the majority of it, occasionally you'll see an elf, but for the majority of it,
Give
seems
her
to
a
be
nice,
human.
give her the wink.
She just smiles.
Okie dokie. Do we see
Oh, do you know this lady's name? Who we're supposed to be meeting with?
Oh, no.
We don't know who is asking for. Oh, maybe they'll know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, mademoiselle,
Yes.
I would like to introduce myself. My name is
Like,
Gabriel, and this is all of my traveling companions. Now, I believe my friend Mr. Mitski here was requested by someone in
Higher up in the
higher
church.
up in this temple.
Oh, your name is Mitski? Oh, sure. That was Lady Desia. She will be. We'll get her right away.
Who's playing the song in this church?
Fucking banger, bro.
Long time. A lot of stuff going on. You hear more outside than anything. A couple of passing bards. But as she goes to the back, a few moments pass by, and again, those of you, so everyone but Gabriel, perception check, passive perception, sorry.
Oh, okay. Passive 15.
16, 15, okay. So for the most part, you guys are left just to yourselves in sorts and you're waiting. But a couple of you notice just the occasional like sneer at Gabriel and Hope being inside the temple. But no one seems to do anything about it.
Don't flip them.
But a few moments pass, and
Their skin is not radiant.
you once again see the woman from the other day, whilst you were praying, wearing multiple of the tassels, with her messy hair, with the white robes come out. Well, it's about time, Mitski. You had me waiting here for so damn long.
I was here yesterday.
Yeah, well, why didn't you come speak to me?
I said hi.
This damn goddess has had me here so long waiting for you.
I said hi.
And that's where we'll go on break. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
so
Got her subscriber.
we'll be back in about 15 to 20 minutes. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves, but we will have a quick break to stretch our legs, use the restroom, and we will be back.
All right.
Thank you, Ryland TV.
Yeah, Ryland TV.
Ryland
Shout out to
subscriber.
thanks for subscribing, man.
Yeah.
Our first subscriber.
Bless you.
Yeah,
Super
Yeah.
appreciate that.
that's
First
amazing.
subscriber.
Thank
That would
you.
be-
welcome back to Magic and Modifiers. Where we left off, the party had finished their meeting with the guild higher-ups after the investigation for the events of Alberton. Having pleaded their case, they were given a sort of innocent condition, but requested to return to the guild should any new information arise and they need their testimonies. Having met up with a friend from the past, Mitski introduces the party to Nimra, thank you. Blank of the mind. Nimra, who is now apparently one of the higher-ups under the Bendelian Empire's military. After returning to the Sleepy Bird, the party set up a tiny hut so that they could speak in private and discuss their plans for the future and whether they will be involved with the Bendelian Empire or not. After discussing sorts, they decided to make the best of their situation and attempt to find ways of receiving coin while they are here. Half of the party decided to go to the military and receive a quest from one of the higher-ups to deal with some issues going on with the lizard folk to the north. The rest attempted to check the boards but never found anything of interest, but noticed that one of the guild members' generals was still observing them from a distance. Meeting up, they decided to check out the ports before concluding their day, because Orys and a couple of the party members had never seen the ocean, so they decided to get that experience fully done before continuing. Leaving, they were pursued by a couple of miscreants, but made a hasty getaway and made their way to the temple, where, upon arriving, requested to speak with whoever summoned them, finding out it was the matron of Elmater known as Desia. To a shock to the party, they were not greeted with the nicest of interactions, where straight off the bat, the matron Desia is yelling at Mitski, wondering where the hell he has been and why has he been making her wait so long. So, Mitski, what is your response?
I was here yesterday.
Okay, and then why have you not come and speak with me?
I didn't know you were looking for me yesterday.
So she didn't tell you anything?
She told me today that you were looking for me.
Elmater?
Huh?
Elmater.
No, Nimra.
Nimra? Yeah, because I had to send her to find you and get you from wherever you were lollygagging.
You know this lady.
No.
I technically
Seems
came
like
here looking
Seems like she
for
definitely
you
knows you.
2 days ago, and I could have
And who are you?
introduced you to him. Obviously, none of your concern.
Obviously. So,
She's just so fat and sassy.
have you done what she has asked of you?
What she has asked of me?
Have you worked on it any?
Work done it any?
You know, when you're given a blessing, you're expected to use it. Guess not. Well,
I'm sorry. I think
Look at
he,
you.
as well as
Go.
us, are a little bit confused as to what you're talking about. I don't think he knows what you're talking about.
Well, Mitski was blessed with a certain bit of capabilities, and he I'm suppose, I guess she maybe never told you because she's so damn cryptic, as she's yelling at the ceiling. But there are certain things that need to be done to preserve the balance of the world and all that stuff. Now you. She looks at you through.
I'm furiously writing down everything she said.
At this point, she begins to speak in Celestial, or not, sorry. Yeah, Celestial. Okay. I see you. I see what you were hiding. You ain't fooling nobody.
Oh, man. What are we talking about?
Can I hear the sassiness in the celestial
You
voice?
can tell like there is something going on, but you don't know what she's saying.
she just been eating desserts
What
for
do you
3
want from
days?
me?
What's going on?
How do you know my name?
She gives me a lot of information.
She?
You know, and she like dangles like one of the tassels. She, no matter.
Right.
She watching you.
Yeah. Well, hope she likes what she sees.
Keep your brothers away. Now you, and she goes back to comment. I'm gonna need to speak with you and see exactly what you are capable of. You see, as she motions to one of the other clerks from the temple, and she's like, "Oh, get a couple of the stuff from the back, you know." Yeah. And there's like this bit of hesitation from the other woman. She's like, "Oh, yeah." A few moments go by, and you see as Amadish is looking, as Desia is looking up up and down each and every one of you.
There's like incense burning in this place, right?
Huh? Yes.
Trying to light my cigarette.
Produce flame.
Prestidigitation, Desia.
The fuck?
Got double lit.
Double lit.
It didn't light on fire.
A few moments pass by, and you see as
No, they both lit it.
you see as a few moments pass by as the clerk comes back holding a couple of things. You see she's holding a bag, 2 bags. One of them you recognize as the bank bag. One of them seems to be another bag, and she seems to be holding a sword. As she grabs one of the bank bags. All right, let's see if this works. As she tosses it to you, Mitski.
What?
Make the check.
No.
What's the
The number was 4.
4?
Would you like me to do some adding?
Okay. You see, as she asks for it back.
No, this place isn't bad. Right?
As you puts it back, she reaches in, she pulls out a coin. Mm-hmm. Try again. She tosses it to you again.
3.
3. Tosses it in. She pulls out another gold coin. She pockets it one more time. And she tosses it to you one more time.
16.
16. As she gets it back, she reaches in and she doesn't pull out anything. All right. Let me try that one now. And she goes, and she gets this larger bag. And as she reaches in, you see as it goes all the way to like her shoulder. Yeah. And she pulls out this like bottle of water. All right, here, hold this one. Make the check again, one more time.
12.
12. 12. As she gets it, she's like, seems like you've got a little bit more working to do. This one seems to still work. All right, as she puts it over herself.
I'm sorry, what the hell's going on?
Well, it appears that Mitski hasn't been working on his blessings.
What's his blessing?
What's his
That's.
blessing?
She looks to you for a bit, and judging from your reactions, that's I guess that's between you and him to discuss. But Mitski, you really should be honing these a little bit. You got some time between the next day.
Before what? It's
Well, I cannot leave until he is ready for the task she has given him. And I need to make sure that he is ready, or else we all won't be able to make it out alive. Whatever.
Wait, have you ever met her?
Does anyone want to sit?
No, I've never met him. A lot of this information is passed between, celestial beings and all that stuff. Damn celestials.
So, like,
Wait,
you can leave the
so-
city tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because we have to leave, and we're taking the kid with us.
Well, that's up to you.
We'll be returning.
But I'm gonna need him.
For what?
So you can work on this. This bag should not be working, and it is.
Why shouldn't it be working?
We don't know. Yeah.
Again, mind your business. This bag should not be working, and it
This
is.
is our business.
Well,
So,
is there like some
Need some
take-home
work.
homework he can bring with him on the road?
make a persuasion check.
Look, Mitski, it's up to you.
said persuasion.
Yeah.
It's
You've never
going
met
to
it.
be a 17.
17.
You've never met
Oh,
this lady, so.
She has in the morning, it better not work.
You guys open up very early because we were planning on leaving when the
Pimples open all day.
all night.
And all night.
And you can smoke in here.
Huh?
You can smoke in here.
No.
You can smoke in this whole time.
I don't care. They do.
Just stay.
As she like moves her arms, you see as she a number of the other temple matrons are just looking and just frustration.
Ladies. Ladies.
Double whammy.
So
Anyway.
Decia, since I'm sure you are busy and we're gonna be busy in the morning as well.
You recognize this to be a bag of holding, by the way.
Yeah.
How about we'll have him
We
take
lost
care of
it.
we'll have him take care of that by the morning, and you send one of your underlings to come pick up the bag because we can't exactly afford a 2-hour detour in the morning.
Well, all I'm saying is this. I ain't gonna do anything. But messing with the big woman upstairs has its consequences.
Well, you
So-
can make it easier for everyone if you could just send someone to the tavern in the morning to
Look,
pick it
she
up.
has me doing so much. I have to deal with people complaining all day about their problems.
If I get one of them to come over right now,
Mhm.
can you just? I'll get them to come over. You just have to tell them to meet us in the morning.
Make a perception check.
Reaching.
What was the roll?
It was a 9.
9. Still working.
What do I feel?
Huh?
Do I feel it?
15.
What are you thinking about?
I was.
Just reaching. Feel nothing.
15.
15. All right. Well, I'll send one of my ladies over to pick up the bag.
We appreciate it. I'll make sure he works on it pretty well.
You can't breathe.
I don't have to.
We don't know that.
You see, as it's like to his shoulders right now, as he's just like he's got his whole head in there, and you see his Decia's like rolling her eyes.
I'll keep the kid on track. Just have her come in the morning to pick up the bag. We can't go out of our way in the morning.
Uh-huh.
What is this bag?
It's a bag. It's enchanted.
Do I
What
know
does
what it
it
is?
do?
Make a wisdom check.
It hold.
Are you still underneath the bag though?
It.
Yeah,
he took it off.
like you can see the bag is probably like this big, but his head and his almost up to his shoulder. He's like holding it to this.
17.
So the bag's cutting off right here, but his head is like
17.
Huh?
17 for the wisdom check.
You have heard of such bags. It's almost either like you can describe it as like a bottomless bag of sorts.
Can they hear me?
Keep your. I'm pulling this off of you.
Pull it off.
Wait,
Stop.
can I see that for a second? I'm curious.
I look at Decia. How annoyed does she look?
I'm curious.
What happens
Just don't
when
break
I
it.
get it to work?
I'm gonna reach in. Or
You don't feel anything.
gonna think about wine.
You don't think about wine?
About wine.
Okay. Grab hold of the bottle. Oh, thanks. I forgot about that. She just goes and just like pulls it from you.
Is that holy wine?
Huh?
That's holy wine?
It seems to be pretty nice wine.
All right. Well,
let's
we'll
take
be,
this back with
we'll
us.
Be, yeah, we'll be taking this back to the
over
tavern.
tonight to the hotel.
And
Again, Mitski. Make it not work by the morning. I don't want to be here no more.
And then what?
where do you have to go?
Then be ready. Work on it.
What does she mean?
Not sure.
I got stuff to do. You see, she turns around and just like uncorks the bottle and just begins to chug it and heads to the back.
You know, she's not that bad, but a little sassy.
Kala says sends her regards, by the way.
Nothing.
9.
Not. Oh my god. Okay.
Kala sends her regards, by the way, as she walks away.
Did not hear you.
Ooh.
She never hears us.
I know. She's horrible. Horrible at that. But she continues to the back.
So, Mitski, would you like to explain to us what all of this is about?
Or do you want to go to? Do I need to make the tiny hut back at the hotel for you to talk?
Let's get back to the hotel and talk.
Okay, we'll go back, and I'll make.
You know the tiny hut's not gonna work for him, right?
Oh fuck! I don't have. Oh shit!
He doesn't know that.
You
don't know
think
that.
you know that.
I do.
You do know that?
He's put the pieces together.
I've been.
I've gathered. You can make
I
a
don't
wisdom
know
check
that.
to see if you've gathered.
I don't know
what's
that.
going on.
Wait. Okay, maybe we just go back to the hotel, but
Let's go back to
I
the
don't know
hotel.
what you mean the tiny hut one.
17.
Yeah. Everyone can make a wisdom check to see if you can like figure it out.
17.
I mean, we know.
You know.
Yeah, yeah, those of you who don't already know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pretty obvious.
But
Make our way back to
Yeah.
the sleepy bird.
So, in our room, I imagine. So, magic doesn't exactly work with me. It just kind of stops. Usually.
Usually, so sometimes it works on you.
I mean, I guess sometimes it keeps working. So, like,
I think what you mean is that
natural one,
20.
natural 20.
So, I can reach into.
Oh, did you know you didn't do that?
You feel the bottom of the bag.
And then.
No.
And I'll turn it inside out.
Oh no!
Sometimes.
Mitski, you realize that bag could have made us rich.
She told
Oh,
me
no.
to make it stop working.
Well, you passed their test within shit. You might be able to run back over there.
Through a series of throughout the hour it's taking you to get back to the tavern, you have just been constantly trying and failing.
Did anyone
But
follow
once
us,
you
by the
get to the room, is when it finally.
Did I see anybody follow us on the way back to the
perception
tavern?
check.
Perception.
Yep.
15.
No, it's fine.
But from what I can gather, it's not that it only doesn't work on you, is that you are harmful to it. You, what's it called? Dispel, magic on magical items.
Well, that would be interesting. So let us.
'Cause
Could we test something out?
that was worth a lot of money, god damn it. Fuck.
Do you want to test?
You
Do you want to
very
test something real
weird.
fast?
I know how much it was worth.
Well, do we want to see if we want to test this real fast?
Sure.
You can't touch any of my shit.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, I'll make the hut. Have them walk in. We'll see what happens.
There.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I'll take real fast. I'll take the I'll take
I've
the
got
10.
I got a quicker one. Yeah, a quicker one.
You do?
She's gonna
Yeah.
attack.
I'm just gonna take my claw and go pop. Just a little gash on his arm.
Is your claw magical?
I'm confusion.
Wait.
Are you allowing it?
Yeah.
Okay, do 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
And then cure wounds.
No, I understand that. I understand that, but this is a little
Sorry.
different. So I just want to
That
make
was
sure.
kind of mean.
I'm just
apologize.
curious.
It's okay.
I'm just curious. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
So I want to take the 10 minutes to ritually cast the tiny hut,
Okay.
and as they
I'm
stand
sorry,
outside of
that's
it,
kinda shitty.
I'll poke my head out. Okay, Mitski, walk in. We'll see what happens, and I'll pop back in.
Wait, hold on. I want to walk in first too. I want to be in there when this happens.
Okay.
Okay.
You see.
I'm just gonna touch it.
No. Walk inside.
Alright. I'll go
Okay.
walk inside.
There's that.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You guys see as Mitski just.
But now that I'm trying this, can I use the check?
Yep.
Natural 3.
Natural 3. Aww.
So it seems
Some
that
things
you can't control this, can you?
it just happens to you randomly. I'll drop the hut.
Some sort of
They appear.
wild magic.
Oh no.
Maybe. I don't know.
That is interesting. So I guess you can leave the bag for the ladies, and we can take off in the morning.
So it's not a curse like I originally thought.
Well, she called it a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes blessings can be curses.
I spoke to, well, for a long time I thought it was a curse, and I was ridiculed and like bullied.
Well,
and
I'm just curious. I'm gonna try just a little. I'm just gonna, I'm
Everyone
just curious.
throw what
This
you
is
got.
for me.
Throw a spell out.
It's not for you.
Everyone throw a spell out.
I'm gonna cast
Poison.
Remove Curse just for the heck of it. Nothing.
Feel no different.
I guess after you cast that, you're going to have to cast something else on it.
Shatter.
Still
No, just still curse.
Everyone jump Mitski.
Still everything out.
I guess I'll cast Hold Person. Alright, try to move.
what's the saving throw?
No, sorry.
You might just pass the saving
Yes, do you get 2 saving throws?
Actually, I
on
think
that?
you can willingly fall susceptible to it, I believe.
I'm gonna
Wisdom
try to
16.
not.
You're going to try and resist it?
Sure. Wisdom. I passed. 18.
You passed. Wait, you're resisting. I can tell.
I feel nothing.
You can't harm me with your simple weapons.
Just waste all your spell slots on me.
No.
So and then I just kind of asked about it, like why it would happen, this like curse would happen for me, and then
Have you ever
this
met
thing
anybody like this?
came to me, no, and said it was actually it was a blessing instead of a curse, and I didn't believe it, but then Nimra came later at a time, and
What did the thing look like? What was this thing that told you that it was a blessing?
like a woman with, did she have the tassels?
Yeah, she seems like
She looked
one of the
a
matrons
lot
of
like
the
the matrons from the church.
You were visited by a fucking god? And you didn't believe it?
It didn't seem like a blessing at the time. And then Nimra came and she told me that that people like me there are a lot of odd people like me just out adventuring. And so I left.
Oh.
Well, gods can communicate many ways. Like she said, they can be pretty cryptic too, so. Yeah, I believe you. Is this the reason why you left home? And your parents, they don't know about this?
They know about it. They're about as scornful as everyone else. I mean, they run an enchantment business, and I was supposed to be next in line.
Well, screw your parents. You've been visited by a god. Not too many people really say that and be blessed by one. So,
In what way did she lay this blessing on you?
She didn't say that she gave it to me. She just told me it was not a curse.
when did it start?
Like my 13th birthday is when I learned that this kind of thing happened.
On the doll, show me where the bad lady touched you.
Because that's when I started to get into the business.
Describe your appearance again, dude. I'm sorry. It's been...
I'll just show you a picture if I can grab it.
Because you're very obviously not a human, right?
No,
No,
very
yes.
obviously not a human.
So I
have blue skin.
were you born this way?
Yeah, so was my father. But he
Is-
didn't have this. He is running a successful enchantment business.
You are your
Oh,
father's
you
worst
don't see the
nightmare.
image.
That is exactly why I left.
Well, at least you're with a cool group of cool cats about town, and you're not with your shit dad.
Gabriel
anymore.
walks away forever.
10 psychic damage to the
No.
party.
I will intervene that damage.
That's a
Safe.
divine attack, alright? No blocking that one.
Interesting.
Well, you can leave the bag for the ladies in the morning, and we can make our way to the lizard folks.
Yeah.
Ship. You said it was a day travel?
What time is
2
it?
days.
Cool. 2 days on foot, right?
2 days on
If
foot.
we just took it
Right
by foot?
now, it's
We're
about,
gonna have to go up the
almost 7 in
stream
the
though,
afternoon.
or up the river though. So probably better that we just walk.
Well,
instead.
we plan on leaving very, very early in the morning too, so we should go to bed early, right?
Yeah. So, I guess we should. I'm gonna retire for the night. Just wake up early so we can get started early.
Wait, something just clicked in my head that Gray did earlier. Talali pulls out the medal that was given to her by the guard guy and hands it to Mitski. Here, hold this for a second.
What was that?
9.
Cool. Just hold the medal.
How about you hold on to that for a second? He's not necessarily in control of his
Okay.
powers yet.
Not that good.
So this blessing is the same reason why the guilds can't track you, huh?
That's what I was thinking. Also, Boya's never let any of us heal him. I kind of assumed
that's right.
something was going on when he was avoiding any help, so it only kind of clicked when they asked about him not being able to be located. And you and your weird-ass necklace, you don't really have an excuse for that. That thing, I still don't like that we have that, but it's kind of cool that they can't find you.
Just
because
don't
of
let
it.
the boy touch it, I suppose.
Yeah, you might want to hang on to that.
Very far away.
Well,
I'll hang on to my weird.
maybe
That's
we should bed down and get up before the sun gets up.
Yes.
okay.
Since we are already out.
Good night.
Roll a strength check for your holding
Hey,
on to
throw.
your weird-ass necklace.
What did that lady say to you?
Roll a strength check.
What lady?
Bullshit. Just bullshit.
Oh yeah, what kind of language are you speaking? Takes out notebook.
Takes out no.
Halfling, yeah.
No, I speak halfling. That wasn't halfling.
Roll a deception check.
Insights check.
You really
Well, I mean, I speak
tell a believable
24.
24 for deception.
24
Can I
for
roll an
deception.
insight?
For deception.
Against someone? Can you see someone who
I-
speaks the language?
I've heard
Okay.
and knows that it's not halfling?
Yeah, you
Very
he
charismatic
very
liar.
he very instinctually. You don't even need to roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I need
You
to
know
roll
it.
this stuff?
You know.
Did I say I'm an undercommon? I'm sorry, I'm an undercommon. I get those two confused
I
all the
speak
time.
undercommon, and you weren't speaking under.
What are you doing over here? What are
Quarter
you
of a
doing?
minute. Quarter
Dude,
of.
this is the most 5th edition party that Vernon.
You're in the hut now. Oh wait, the hut already got dispelled.
Okay,
Are you casting it again?
No, I take.
Speaking of this
the
weird
10
language
minutes.
called none of your fucking business. Probably dead.
Well, actually, since you are in our party, I think it's pretty important to know you're not up to something shady.
As far as you know, I am.
Literally, if you
Yeah,
said that,
bro.
Gabriel's cracking up as soon as you said this. No.
I mean, she looked like she knew you.
She didn't. She didn't.
All right. Well,
He's kind of.
keep your secrets then.
He's kind of interesting.
he's
He's
so
pretty
similar.
edgy. He's pretty edgy.
Wow.
Keep your secret.
Have you ever heard of a band called My Chemical Romance?
One of my travels, I've heard many tale
Of the Bardic Adventures.
of a certain black parade.
I wrote it. I know it's wonderful.
Okay, I'm crashing. I'm
Good
going
night.
to sleep. Yeah.
you
know,
can't breathe. Have to. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Talali
night.
flies off to the roof.
Play D&D, they said. Those are
Play
fun
D&D.
games, they said. So,
Lied to you.
Before we hold on,
She's gonna.
I'm
kiss
gonna
us.
go over to him and I'm gonna like sort of like
Hush.
low hush hush in Celestial. I'm gonna ask him what we said about.
Ooh, you speak that?
Yeah,
that?
I do.
That's awkward.
There's no keeping secrets from anybody.
Swear to God, there's worse fucking.
Picked the wrong languages, buddy.
What the lady
Yeah,
said,
would she have
right?
heard?
she was right there. You guys were all.
So what are you asking
together.
me?
I won't tell him. What was that all about?
Honestly, I have no idea.
You really
She
don't?
seemed to know me
It says like it's comfortable, but like in the description.
Not in the bed though. In an actual bed.
Stop casting tiny
I mean,
hut.
it's more comfortable than like sleeping out in the wilderness.
Why the fuck didn't you use tiny hut when we were out in the woods? And you just only use it when we already have a room.
We're already in a room, yes.
We didn't
Leveled
need it
up.
then.
We That's right.
In game,
Sorry.
I
mean, yeah,
I
you
didn't
didn't
think
need
that
it.
we needed it. Man, I'm sorry.
All right,
Sorry.
I'm asleep. I'm gonna stop talking.
I mean, yeah, we did.
We're all asleep.
A lot of stuff goes down in Tiny Hut.
Oh god.
What happens in
No,
Tiny
we
Hut?
need
It
it.
stays in Tiny Hut.
Now I don't want to go in the tiny hut.
Well, it's new every time. It doesn't like keep its
Child, cover
stains.
your eyes.
He counts on the fact that it's new every time.
Good night.
Don't cast any black light spells in the tiny hut.
No, it's not how it works. That's not how magic works. How none of this works. Good night.
Long rest.
Should have went to law school. So
You mean
you
to
guys
law school?
just call it down for the night. I'm going to need everyone but Mitski and Talali to make a charisma saving throw.
We could have slept in the tiny hut. God damn it.
Yeah.
22.
Oh, natural one, baby.
Hey, he's rolling like me tonight.
I'm gonna have to put this one away for a little bit. Yeah, that is a natty
14.
1.
10.
No, you don't need
I'm
cryptid.
going down.
You cryptid with your bag.
Oh wait, you don't even.
Okay.
19.
Nightmare land.
14.
22.
22. Okay, so everyone who rolled below 18.
Shit.
As you guys are going to sleep, night seems to.
That's me, you, and you, right?
What about Edward over
No, he rolled 22.
Flying colors.
there? Okay. I failed gracefully.
So as you guys are going to sleep, the night goes by pretty uneventfully at first, but in the midst of your sleeping, you are once again walking and end up falling into this darkness. Whilst falling, you again see each other falling.
Can we talk this time?
Yes.
Yes?
This time you can. Surprisingly, you can speak.
I'm like,
We're just in darkness?
Huh?
We're just
Yes,
in darkness?
yes, you were falling. Yes, you do eventually land into this just bottomless darkness.
okay. Once
I hate this fucking necklace.
Holy shit, you can talk?
Oh shit, I can fucking talk.
Oh.
Oh shit, you can talk.
I wonder.
Produce fire, because it gives
Yeah, can I
light.
produce light?
Upon doing so, notice as the ground around you is this dirt, dark. This is rocky, dirty area. It looks like a wasteland of sorts. Black, dead earth. And the grass itself, this time is completely different terrain. It's got this grass that is also black.
Wish I was there.
As you look around, there's nothing that your eye can catch hold of in the immediate area.
What do you
So,
got?
do we see anything in front of us?
As of right now, it's just darkness right now. You can continue to walk or something.
I guess we'll just
I mean-
walk towards the darkness, right?
Yeah, that's probably our best,
My light spell doesn't do anything for us.
It emits a brighter light in the area. And as you, how far does the light spell reach out?
It's touch, so I'm guessing maybe I'll touch my hammer and then it creates a 20-foot radius.
20 foot? Yeah. Yeah.
So about 40 feet.
About 40 feet. Okay,
And
so
total distance.
about 35 feet ahead of you, you see what appears to be a corpse, just lying on the ground.
On the ground.
Hmm. Does anyone have a long stick?
do we have our weapons with us?
Yeah, everything is with you right
I mean, I have a dagger, but do you have a stick, like something with
Here.
some length on it?
I'll approach and take not the +1 E-claw that I have, like my old one, my original one, and just kind of, because it has a 10-foot reach.
Just pokes and just doesn't move.
What it? Can I tell who it is?
Yeah,
or
since I'm that
Looking
close,
at it,
yeah.
it seems. Make an investigation check.
Can I as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay, getting closer to it, you can see
17 for me.
17.
Yeah.
You, at first, it seems to be a human of sorts, but it's weird because the skin is all shriveled up and absolutely just mangled. And at first, you think it's a human, but upon further inspection, Gray, you notice that the ears are a little bit more pointed than a human. You imagine it to be an elf of sorts.
Can I dig in there? Look for gold teeth.
Yeah, no gold teeth.
No gold teeth.
Jesus Christ, man. Do I know what kind of magic would caught
It looks like a shriveled prune, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like completely. The skin is black and almost the blue.
I've seen this, right?
Well-
From using.
Yeah, I think we all three would know what kind of magic.
Oh yeah,
it is.
that's like
We're
blight,
all
right? But,
Casters.
Yeah, I believe you have that spell.
oh yeah, druids do have blight, so
Yeah, so you do recognize this to be some sort of a effect of a blight.
okay. This is not entirely good.
Does he
I
look
do.
fancy? Does he look fancy? What he's wearing?
No,
I
he's just
didn't
wearing
think
some
any of this was good.
common clothes.
An elf in common clothes. That doesn't seem like.
Does he have
adds
any
up.
sort of crests or any markings or anything on
You
him?
can't really distinguish anything. The skin is almost turned blue. And
This is
pretty
strange.
much-
And he doesn't look like anybody I recognize or anything.
You are only half elf, correct? Is this gentleman half elf or is he full elf? Because from what I've in my travels, never seen a full elf not be hoity-toity, as you say. I mean, if you think I'm fancy,
Is he
he's
like
one of the
is it?
elves.
Can I tell if he's like a high elf or like a wood elf?
What was your investigation check?
17.
Would I
17?
know?
No.
Would I know?
Unfortunately, because of your investigation check, you didn't notice the ears until he pointed it out. Because the bodies, again, is very mangled.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're right next to it.
Yeah, yeah. But because of its condition, it doesn't seem like it's been recent. This body seems like it's been decaying to this point and just in a horrible condition at this point.
It's
All
an
right,
elf,
well,
alright.
let's
You can tell that it's an elf.
let's all continue to stay pretty close to each other and just keep going. I would rather not just stay in one spot. We all had these dreams before and they all ended. So
With the sharp end of my hammer, can I sort of dig into the hand?
hammer?
It's got spikes on it.
On the backside?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Thor's hammer. Sorry.
No, it's this big hammer with a. Anyway,
It's like
it's a
regular-
war
really
hammer.
went into, like,
human
it's a
hammer.
war
I
hammer.
mean,
it's a war hammer.
I thought it was Thor's hammer.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. See?
Does it damage me?
You hit yourself with it?
I
Did you poke yourself?
like
Just try and cut
drag it
yourself with
across my hand, see if I can
it hurts.
draw blood.
Yeah, it does hurt.
Does it drop blood?
What the
Well,
fuck is wrong with you?
that hurts.
Well, ow.
Of course. I just put my hand on yours, cure wounds.
It works.
Thank you, but what I'm getting at is don't.
That we can
Get
die
hurt.
here?
Yes.
Well, this is not what I want to be. What I want to die. This place is terrible.
Well, we
So
need to.
let's-
I prefer to keep moving than staying in one spot.
So let's
So
stay
let's
close.
all stay close.
Don't worry about it. We can keep you safe between
I-
me and the cat.
I'm not worried about that.
I'm going
Not
to.
at all.
Let me see. I'm gonna ready a spell. For if I see not automatically if I see something, but if I see something aggressively charging towards us,
Question.
then I want it ready.
If he's casting light on his hammer,
Mhm.
would thaumaturgy be able to help brighten the light that's already coming from the spell?
Can you read the thaumaturgy part for me? I'll look it up. Thaumaturgy. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute. So, it's not a flame.
Oh, it says flame.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no. I'll say no.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess we'll keep moving past the elf body and then continue on.
So you begin to walk forward for a few minutes, and you begin to reach what looks like this big metal gate that expands to the left and right. You see it's partially opened and ajar, and behind the gate you see it seems to be what appears to be the remains of a city. The buildings are almost entirely torn down and worn.
Any kind of architecture that I'd recognize?
No.
Elven, dwarven, human.
Actually, because you do recognize it to be sort of an elven sort of architecture. Due to the couple of the decor in parts of the walls have some of the symbols commonly used in elven architecture.
This seems to be an elven town.
Are there any signs or anything? Any like discerning like?
No.
Okay.
But as you walk in deeper,
Just keep your wits about
you can
guys.
see it appears to be just a couple of people walking out of the houses, and so along the sides, people are talking to each other.
They're talking to each other?
Yeah, they are all wearing these look like scraps. A couple of people are the males are just wearing loincloths and parts of tattered clothes. The women are just wearing what they can to cover themselves. But people
Hello.
Damn. Do that spell.
Yeah, we'll
they do not
approach.
respond whatsoever.
They don't notice us.
Yep, they don't seem to notice you
I wouldn't
whatsoever.
even. If they can't hear us, I don't recommend even trying to interact with them. We should probably just.
What kind of elves do they look like?
Most of them seem to be wood elves. There's the occasional high elf.
But they're all still in the same type of clothes.
Yep.
Wood elves and high elves. Something about that doesn't seem right to me. I don't know what this city is.
As you begin to walk further in, you're surprised to see a drow walking around as well.
The good kind of elf.
This seems to be like an early form of elven society here.
You said the city looked destroyed, right? Like the. I don't know if it's necessarily early. It might be post-apocalyptic esque, but
You do just, I mean, from my memory, these different groups of elves
I
they
know.
don't communicate. They don't.
You're wrong. They do.
No, they don't.
Yes.
They keep themselves separate. Separate societies. Different.
Can
groups
you
of
roll a
people.
wisdom check for that?
Yeah, you roll a wisdom check for that.
Well, at least the drow being here kind of
Yeah.
indicates that things are a little off.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
It's a 7.
That's a 7?
Yeah.
You do not know a lot about the elves.
I do not know.
But you do know because of where you are from. He is right.
He is right?
He is wrong for
Yeah.
the most part. Drow do stay away from everything else, but elves, most of the elves, aside from the drow, have a tendency of, especially in the elven capital, they do live together. They live. Some of them live more far apart than others, but they do get along for the most part. But drow, in specific, do distance themselves from the rest. And almost disdain, but more tolerate than anything.
Yeah, you're right. The drow is very rare to ever see one, normally in the outside, but
Obviously, this is something we are meant to be here right now. So I don't.
we were brought here.
I don't
to see
recommend
this.
we dawdle. I think
As,
we keep heading in the right direction.
as you guys are discussing, you hear the sounds of just as the people begin to just start. They're like, oh my god, and a couple of people in the distance. You hear this in the distance. You hear these screams as the people in the local area begin to just rush into the buildings and try to hide. After a few moments, you see as these giant, about 6 foot lizard sorts are running on 2 feet. About 4 of them come running through the city carrying what appears to be the corpse of someone. And on the backs of one of them, you see as there is a human male. And he's just seems to be riding one of them as it just rushes through one side, and he's gone as quickly as you saw him.
He's gone, so he's not coming towards us.
No, it does run in your general direction, but it doesn't.
But
seem
it
to run
doesn't pay
direct.
us any
Yeah, it
mind.
doesn't pay any attention to you as it just runs past you. You see, one of them seems to be holding a corpse in its mouth as it runs past you.
Was it like a human corpse or an elf corpse?
Elven corpse.
Can I try to cast as it's running by? Cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I don't think that we're in an actual physical place right now. It seems more like we're being brought back to somewhere. Like I said, let's keep going. Let's continue on.
Keep your eyes open.
Let's start like walking in the direction where the lizards and the man were coming from.
Okay. Walking in that direction, you eventually come to a formation of rocks. And as the rocks they begin to grow very quickly, the deeper in, and it gets to a valley of sorts opening, and you see another set of these metal gates. And this one seems to be a lot finer, better condition than the ones you originally passed by. And it has looks like a skull lock in front of it, and an array of 2 statues on either side. Looks like of. You can make wisdom checks with it over here.
The answer is no. I've rolled tonight.
Wisdom is 15.
15.
About the shirt. Yeah, it's the shirt. That's what it is.
15.
15, okay.
14.
14.
Rolled like
So
3
neither of you
rolls.
know what these are, but it looks like these beasts of sorts with the heads of humans, but the bodies of the torso and bodies of beasts. But these statues are on either side of the gate, looking out as you approach the gate.
What kind of beast?
Neither of you with that roll. You don't know what these are, but
okay.
it seems to have the head of a human and
So body of an animal?
the body of some type of abomination animal.
If I try to push the gate open, it's closed.
It does open surprisingly.
It opens.
Yeah. Looking deeper
What do you guys
in.
say?
Can I look up at the statues as he pushes his way through?
Yep.
Is there?
It does. The heads begin to turn towards the gate.
Oi, 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 oi.
As the gate opens.
Oi.
Wait. They're watching us now.
I figured.
Let's close the gate behind us, maybe?
If you want.
Alright. I'm just gonna
Do we see anything beyond the gate?
push,
Looking beyond
push
the
the
gate.
gate closed on our way in.
Yeah, you enter. As you close the gate behind you, the heads just turn and just look back towards the direction you came from. Entering inside, it's just rocks on either side of you for a good about 10 to 15 minutes as you go deeper in. The ground goes more and more just black, and the grass eventually just dissipates to nothing as you go further in. And it gets kind of almost like the swampiness as you reach the insides. You see to the left and the right of you an array of just graves on graves on graves, and these dead trees. As you look up, you see as the sky is just completely black, and you see these clouds are just forming in the area. To your surprise, you also see as these looks like humanoids are just floating around.
Humanoids?
Yes, it looks like humans or elves, tieflings, other things just floating through the sky as they just fade in and out.
Can I run around and look for literature written on anything? A name? Something?
You
Certain
do
stuff.
eventually. You find one tombstones. You see Eldrick Nornock, 1901 to 2372.
Warnock?
Yes.
Say that date one more time.
1901 to 2372. Imprisoned and still serving. And as you go from one tomb to the next, you keep seeing the continuous name after name after name. The years vary.
Do they have the same message?
Basically, yes.
Imprisoned and still serving.
Yes.
Do these clouds that are forming above the graves?
It's not above the graves. The entire
sky.
Yeah.
Does it look like the clouds that were above the tower? Like the tower that was on the coast of the prison. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys know anything about the prison?
He was the one who pointed out that it was a prison in the first place.
I have a weird suspicion that that we might be there. We might be inside the prison right now.
How do we get here?
Your guess is as good as mine, but judging as the tombstones and the fact that nobody gets in or out of that prison, and all of the tombstones say that they're still serving.
Well, I believe you might have been a little right on your other assumption earlier, though. I don't think we are really here. We're here, but we're not here.
All right, let's keep pressing on.
As you continue, you reach the entrance to what seems to be this massive, very similar to the one that you saw in the distance from Wendell, this massive tower, along with these very jagged spikes coming out all over it, going from the bottom to the top. At the doorway, you see as this massive sign that says Ackless Prison.
Ackless?
Ackless Prison.
How do you spell that?
ACKLAS Prison.
Have I heard of this?
You can make it pretty hefty, wasn't it?
All about the prisons.
Can I check as well?
21. Is it a wisdom saving throw or
No, it's
regular?
check.
21.
21? Okay. Through a series of urban legends of sorts, and whispers and just tales, you've managed to hear stories of this place. It is known as Ackless Prison, or also less commonly known as the Eternal Cell. It is where people who have been deemed the worst of the worst have been sent to and banished to. It is known as the Eternal Cell because there's an enchantment of sorts placed on it, to where those who enter are doomed to serve out their sentence, and should they die before their sentence is carried out, they will still, their soul and will be left entrapped there until their sentence is carried out. No one who has ever entered has been deemed innocent, and there is a warden who is in charge of determining who is innocent and who is guilty.
Do I know that this is another realm?
No, you know it is somewhere on Theos, but no one knows how to get to it. No one who has ever been to it has ever left.
Yeah, I agree. I tell them those tales.
So we've gone from the darkness to a destroyed elven town, now through a gate into this Ackless Prison.
Well, I don't think it seems kind of like the people that we saw in the town, judging by the fact that there was a drow there, maybe they're serving a sentence as well. Because it didn't seem to have any sort of...
The gate.
There was nothing good about that town. No one was living a good life.
I don't know. Yeah. You got me. I'm lost on this. Let's push forward.
As you say this, you hear as the doors begin to just slowly open.
Oh, that was nice.
As
They're
you
expecting us.
looking inside, you see as there's just countless amount of those same spirits that were outside are just slowly fading in and out, inside. Looking, you also see the occasional, looks like this cloaked figure floating around and just pushing the souls into these cells.
If I can call out an infernal to the cloaked figure.
Doesn't respond.
No response.
All right.
Oh, this isn't tell.
What about Sylvan?
No response.
Okay.
What about Connor?
There's no response.
Hey, dickhead in the cloak.
But as time passes by, it along with a couple of other ones just pushes and ushers those souls into different cells. You hear this array of just screams and a couple of cries and just yells from all over in every which direction. After a bit, you just hear this "Shut up!" just emit and this echo through the entire place. Everything just hushes to a silence.
He's talking to the spirits because we haven't been responding to yet.
I don't know, but I'd like to see what said that.
I'm gonna pull out my eagle on one hand and ready that same spell that I had ready earlier.
Let's check this out. So he called out in common.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do the honors? Or shall I?
Oh, I guess I can. Is there a door?
I'll just... What are you talking to us?
There's no response. But this massive hall, but there's no
Yeah,
response.
let's just continue on.
I just wanted to check, you know, see. Maybe we threw a different one. Yes, but nothing. It does seem like nothing has responded to us.
Yeah, just I guess continue walking.
As you continue walking in deeper and deeper in, you eventually just through an array of different cells and halls that each lead to their own array of cells. You come to this massive black door again, just full of spikes. Another one of those locks with this skull locks. Approaching it, it just opens up, and you see as there's in a semicircle of looks like thrones sorts, each of them empty except for this one in the center at the back, with this and the other cloaked figure. In the center, you see as there's a pit that just leads to this blackness, and occasionally you'll see these hands reaching out from the bottom of the pit. You see in the center of the pit there's this pedestal of sorts, and you see this woman with this long red hair, clean, standing there, looking at the throne. You do recognize this as Nimra, just standing and looking at the cloaked figure on the throne.
Imra?
Nimra.
My friend.
Oh. Nimra on the pedestal.
And she's just standing and she's looking up at this cloaked figure. As it looked down, you see as it reaches out, and you see as this scaly, almost scaly and just old and very thin hand just reaches out. You have been deemed guilty for your crimes. And she cries, I've done nothing wrong. I've done everything that should be done, everything that is right. As she says this, you see as he just reaches over and just grabs this gavel of sorts, and as he gongs it onto the throne, you see as the pedestal just releases, and you see as she falls, and these hands come reaching out and just begin to just pull and tear at her. As she screams, you guys just begin to jolt in your rooms.
Is it morning?
It is morning.
Okay. Okay, that one was long. That was really long. Did you guys
Yeah.
Yes, we were all there.
Good morning.
I'm sleeping in my hut tomorrow night. That's happening for sure.
Mitski, we gotta talk to your friend.
Yeah, we need to talk to her now.
I thought we were going on our thing. Are we supposed to be leaving early? Not have to go to peace? What's wrong with you guys?
It is before the sun comes up, right?
We had
Like,
another
we got it
dream.
before the sun's coming up, right?
You guys went to bed relatively early. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's about 5 in the morning by the time you guys get to.
Do you think she'd even be awake?
I
Again,
don't know
we
what
can't
time-
prove that any of that was real. So
No,
I don't
but
even
we have
know.
to warn her
I don't.
just in case that it is.
Again,
Miss Lady.
like what we talked about earlier, I'm not entirely sure if we
Miss
should
Lady.
be telling everyone about these things.
Your necklace did that
What?
thing again.
Wait a second.
We don't even know if it's the necklace though.
What
What
are,
the hell do you
Maybe
call
it's
that
that.
then?
What are the enchantments on the necklace?
I have no idea. Apparently, give us bad sleep.
Someone,
It
anyone?
was
It had
protect.
nothing to do with it.
Protect from evil, scrying.
No, it was detect good and evil,
What did I
protect
say?
from scrying,
What did I
and
say?
warding.
And sending. That you know. Okay, that's what you got.
That's it.
Yeah, so that has
Detect good and evil, but not, and protection from scrying
And warding.
and ward.
there's a reason that
And sending.
And send.
Oh, it's sending.
So what should we do about it?
Well,
Has Talali woken up yet?
I'm saying, yeah. But it's the morning time. Everyone's got their long rest at this point.
you say the barracks are close to the temple, yeah?
No, barracks are in the center of the town.
How far away is the barracks from us?
It's about a 45-minute walk.
On the way to the temple.
No, it's on the opposite direction. Barracks in the center. The temple is to the south.
Alright. We can't prove that any of what we saw is even real or anything that could happen.
So what
We
did you
could-
see?
We
lots of things. Lots of a ruined city.
I don't know if it's the best idea to go and start something. Like what if what we say is the thing that causes that? What if that's like, what if we are the cause of this? Because we obviously had no effect in there. I feel like we were given some sort of, seems like a vision of what could happen.
Well-
Mitski, we saw your friend get sentenced for what seems like a crime she did not commit. Sentenced to eternity and torture
We don't even know.
It was
what
an
that-
eternity,
We don't even
right?
know what that place
Well,
was.
until she serves her sentence.
Well,
Do we know that this place? Oh no, we don't. We're gonna have to go to like a library or something.
we have to warn her.
I agree. If I was her, I would want to be warned, even if it was just a dream.
Okay, let's.
But then if we tell her, then everybody knows we're having these dreams.
Everybody knows
No,
we're having
just
these-
her.
We've told.
What is just telling her going to do? She's obviously going to seek out more
She
help.
can look out for herself.
I mean, wouldn't you think she's already looking out for herself?
No, if you don't know something bad is gonna happen.
I don't know if it's the best idea to tell her.
I'm gonna tell her.
Alright, well, go now. Go.
Maybe we should have her sleep with us, and then she can have one of the dreams herself.
I don't think that's the best idea either.
You go ask her to sleep with you?
I can ask her.
Good luck with that.
It was a joke.
I'm going
But
to.
that little necklace of yours is getting us in trouble again.
If you guys want to go warn her, let's go now and let's get the hell out of town.
We can throw the bag at the place. Or did they say they were going to pick the bag up from our sleepy bird?
Yeah, we can leave it there. I
Convince them to pick the bag up from Sleepy Bird.
Okay.
yeah, I still don't think it's the best thing to be going and shouting that we're having these.
We're not going and
Nightmares,
shouting anything. We're
dreams.
telling
No, what-
one
the-
person.
So one person
that
is
we
gonna
trust.
believe us that we had a nightmare and that they're. Honestly, if 3 people that you barely knew came up and told you that they had a nightmare that you were going to some hellish place.
She's the one person in the
How
entire
serious?
world who knew and heard about my.
About you. She doesn't trust us.
But she trusted me.
Whatever. Let's tell her. Come on.
Wait,
Alright.
what exactly would she do if we told her?
All right,
Exactly.
Become a better person. Repent. Who knows?
Try to stay clear of any.
Of what? We have no idea
Anything?
what the threat is.
No, we don't. But she might.
Good point.
I think this is one of those things where if we act on it, we are causing what we saw.
I agree with that.
I think
disagree.
it's better to keep it.
Well,
If
keep
you guys
it
would
locked
like,
down.
Do
we
what you
can
gotta
catch
do.
up with you but I'm with Mitski.
It's fine. Meet us at the meet us at the gates. You guys can go explain to her what happened.
Go tell them.
Yeah. We'll meet you at the gates.
Okay, we're going.
Get ready.
Yeah.
We can go.
So you guys are going to the barracks? Sorry. You guys begin to, as quickly as you can, make your way over to the center of the town. With it being so early, for the most part, the streets are empty, except for the occasional guard or early riser. As quickly as you can, you eventually reach the barracks.
I leave the bag at
Yeah.
the end.
Entering inside, it is also, for the most part, empty, except for a couple of the guards who are stationed out front and inside of the barracks to keep watch, along with those along the tops of the towers. Inside, you see as there is a young man who is at the desk she mentioned before, who just seems to be just sipping on some coffee from the Danish side. Good morning. Can I, you guys need to have some help with something?
We have to talk to Nimra.
Is she expecting you?
Yes.
She just left a couple of hours ago.
Where?
She's headed on some mission. Can I leave a message for you?
Do you know where she's going?
It's a bit of a secret information on that one.
I'm a very close family friend of hers. It's very important.
Persuasion check.
Can he make the persuasion check?
He's not saying anything, unfortunately.
Oh, that is 17.
17. Alright, she's headed towards, there's apparently a site, I'm assuming this is important. She's headed towards some site, for some intel or something, and she should be back in a few days, but she's headed to the east. She probably left about a couple hours ago.
Is that where we're going?
You guys, there are multiple gates to leave the city. There's one to the south, one to the north, and to the east. They are going to, so you guys are going to the north gate. But she said they said that she left to the east gate. Information I can't really give to you for security purposes, but she left to the east with a couple of her men. Supposed to be going to some holy site or whatever. Some information.
Thank you. We'll take our leave.
Of Almarder?
Can't really let you know that, kid.
We'll take our leave.
Okay.
Alright. I'll let her know you came asking for your name is
Mitski.
Mitski. Okay. Let her know.
Okay. I'm gonna try this. I haven't really practiced it much, but I think if I can concentrate enough, I can create a link with her and speak to her. But I only have a certain amount of time.
Well, if the necklace that Hope has the spell sending on it.
Doesn't mean we can use it.
You can try, and then maybe save you.
I think it only connects one other place.
Then that's I guess up to you if you want to use it.
Yeah, but what do we say?
Who else can hear it?
Just her.
Maybe warn her that there's. How much time do you have?
Meta, I have 25 words.
Yeah.
Let's say you have about 25 words.
About 25 words.
About 6 seconds.
Okay, so we can tell her that she's. That maybe she should be careful who she's trusting or who she's working with, because there's some dark forces about or something.
Okay. So.
I'll count. You just say it.
Who wants to plan it?
Weave, would that be one word or two?
That's one. I'll say one word.
Well, use all the contractions.
We've had a premonition.
Take it with an A. Make it really,
We've had a premonition.
We've had premonition.
We had vision.
I repeat it. I'm
You,
just kidding.
you in danger.
Bad.
Those people who are here. Those people who are here.
We've had a premonition of you being imprisoned.
Unfairly.
There is dark forces at work.
Be careful.
You're not there.
Afoot.
You're not there, guys.
Be careful. Be careful who you trust. Watch your back.
False imprisonment. Be careful what you do.
3 words, buddy.
It's hyphenated.
5 more words.
What you do?
What you do.
The fuck? To whomst it may
Or-
concern.
Who you trust.
Love Mitski.
That's 5. That's 25 exactly.
Now she knows it's me
All right. Is she able to respond or no?
instantly.
She is 25.
Is that send? What am I supposed to do?
Sending.
Okay.
I think it goes a 3rd level spell.
You only have one.
Might want to
No.
read that. Sure they can't apply.
They can't. I said they can. Yeah.
Apply. Sorry, I thought you said they can't. Really? Damn.
She also gets 25 words. He's testing. So, how was your day today?
Hello.
Does she know how much words she got?
Yes.
She knows how much words she got?
So, what you guys talk about in the bubble?
Hey, you've only got 25 words, so don't waste it.
12.
So you start to smell off.
What'd you guys talk about when you were in the bubble?
Oh, you were asking me?
I wasn't there.
Oh. They don't want to be so open about our dealings with people in this city.
Okay. Is there anyone watching us? Make a perception check, alright.
Aside from the kid, the guy who was working the desk right in front of you,
Yeah.
No, I thought we walked out.
you walked out?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't say that. But I didn't hear, you
Okay.
didn't say you walked out. I didn't hear that. But I'll allow that you walked out. But what was that perception check?
18.
18? No, so you get a message back after a few moments. It says, "Of course, that's what I always do. I got a few people watching my back. Be back soon. Take care of Mitski till I get back. Till I'm back, sir."
She says she'll watch her back.
Okay.
So,
Let's go back. Let's
Okay.
go meet them at the.
yeah, let's go.
If we pass by the tavern, I want to see if the bag's still there.
It would be a divergence. You would have to take the longer route to go through your tavern. Would you want to do that? Actually, yeah. You were at the city hall right now. Yeah, you'd have to walk in the opposite direction to go to the tavern. So
Let's go. Let's just go.
Yeah,
because
let's-
for a while
let's go.
they walked with you, and then you split off when they continued to go to their gates. But eventually, you guys meet after about an hour of separation, just due to the scale of the city. You guys meet up by the eastern gate, and are discussing.
What game?
Are you guys discussing anything before you guys go? You guys meet up.
So like,
Or you guys are going to the northern gate. I'm sorry.
you've been
Northern,
like
sorry.
detailing like a map of every place that we go, don't you?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure you kind of do that on our trip up to wherever the hell we're going here in the north.
Yeah, you could say the reason that I wander around in all of the forest, why I've been wandering around, is to bring back as much useful information for myself. It started as a mission from my clan, but they cast me out as not being the firstborn son, so I care very little to go back to them at some point. It's more of just a quest for knowledge for myself.
Yes, I think it would just also help us not to get any lost.
Yeah, it becomes very useful.
Yeah. We do need to probably buy a map of this place when we get back.
Yeah, well, they Tor described it as a very easy route to find without a map, so we just need to follow the river.
Let's go.
You have returned.
She
Did you find your friend?
We delivered the message, yeah.
She was off on some mission.
It's unfortunate. So you are good to travel to this place?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, let's set off.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
On the way there, I want to maybe bring up to Hope maybe you can try to use the necklace if it allows you to detect good and evil and send messages.
I guess maybe. I've never used it as
I mean, it protects you from scrying, and then it also allows you two different things to actively use.
Oops. That was me.
Can I don't know, like,
Yeah.
Whoopie doo?
I'm on the Bluetooth.
Yes, sure.
can I, like, try to walk her through how to use the enchantment on an item?
You can make a.
Arcana?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check. Both of you. Sorry.
13.
7.
7. Beautiful. Each individual item is catered individual in its own way to how the intended it to be used for. This obviously isn't something that your parents made, so you do not know exactly how it was intended to be used. And there's not really much you could. As you look at it, are you holding on to it or?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Do I get advantage to, because I know how they work?
Your parents were enchanters, so I'm gonna say yes.
Push the button on this thing.
I get some kind of lineage bonus. That's a natural one.
Natural one.
So the advantage goes to 7.
Wow.
And I need new dice again.
Yep. Cool. But
Those already need this?
These are the new ones.
typical
So we're-
Mitski.
We're doing this all on the way out
on
of
the
the
way.
city.
Yeah.
You know, if we pass by the river, it would be a great time to get rid of the necklace.
It's protecting us.
You think it's a
You
good
think
idea?
so? You didn't have that dream, my friend.
Didn't you think it was all like one big coincidence like a day ago, and now you think the necklace is cursing us?
I said the necklace was cursing us the minute we realized that it had been magically put on her body. And I didn't notice it.
Well then.
Ouch.
Anyway. and we're walking.
Where
Cool.
I've been walking to
Uh,
the lizard town.
Lizard.
So,
Lizard.
Lizard
Lizard town.
town.
Lizard
Lizard.
You
town.
said wizard.
Lizard. No.
It is not a lizard
We're
wizard.
walking.
Do any of these lizards know the wizards?
Perhaps they do have a lizard.
This is the
A
king
lizard
gizzard and the
wizard?
lizard wizard.
Oh my
town.
god. We're walking.
Hashtag lizard wizard.
so
Holy shit.
Episode title right
as you guys leave through
Lizard
the gates, the guards look at you, just motion you, give you good luck on your journeys, and begin to head to the north. Passing through the northern gates, you see just like the gates that you walked in through the first time, there's a sort of center section as a form of secondary defense, where a couple of different merchant stands are set up. All of them, none of them are being attended to as of right now. But as you pass through the secondary gates, there are a couple of homes outside on this side of the city. Along with to the left, you see as there is a massive, looks like a graveyard of sorts, where along the perimeter of at the base of the cliffs where the upper folk live, you see a couple of mausoleums and a couple of just stray graves, with a metal gate that goes around it. Going further from the city, you eventually come and approach a bridge that goes over the lake, the river that passes, or lake that passes through the forest.
Is that? I guess we're continuing on. We have to follow the river north, correct?
The river seems to be going from north to south, yes.
Yeah,
Anyone
so
following us?
Hmm?
Anyone following us?
Perception check.
11. Sorry, 16.
16?
Yeah, 16.
Nobody.
So, you guys continue and begin to head upstream. For about a good 4 or 5 hours, you can see the cliffs with the buildings on top of it where the nobles live, that extends around the border, the upper border of Bindle, until you pass them and begin to continue further along the riverside. As the deeper you go, the trees begin to grow thicker and more dense as you eventually reach what appears to be where the ocean meets the river and diverges into it, and then as the river turns to the right and continues east.
While we're walking, it just occurred to me that I can look at this damn metal and see if there's an enchantment on it.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna pull out the metal to try to see if there's an enchantment or any signs of enchantment on it. Can I use your dice?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's-
Dispel magic.
Natural 20.
Oh my
Natural 20. There is no
They're
enchantment.
waiting.
It's just a metal.
Solid
This-
waste.
Metal
I
actually
know.
has no
Where was that earlier?
enchantment on it.
World may never
Talali
know.
takes it.
Anyway, and we're walking.
Well, okay, Matthew. It came before the episode ended. So you guys continue to follow along the river. As the day goes on, you continue and follow it east for the rest of the day. And there seems to be, aside from the occasional wildlife, there doesn't seem to be any form of any danger to you or any of your. Is there anything you guys want to do whilst traveling?
No. Keep watch.
Okay, make perception check.
7.
7. Beautiful.
Now, did they say if there was anything to watch out for on this travel to the north? Bears, lions,
They didn't say anything.
Beats.
tigers,
That'll start with that too.
aliens.
No,
It was a pretty
am I
simple-
familiar with this area of the forest?
Call wisdom check.
13.
13. And you're not from around here, so you've never personally been here or in this section of the forest or even this section of the continent. But aside from that, the only thing of value is that about the enchantment that is over the entire forest that does not allow those of hostile intent to enter it. So.
Okay.
Me ready to kill the whole city.
I quickly explain the enchantment to everybody. We should be, as far as enemies of Bindle, we should be pretty secure, pretty safe right now. But we should still watch out for any sort of beasts or animals.
Okay. Seems fair enough.
How's the weather?
It's pretty clear right now. With it being the start of the harvest season, the weather around this time of year is pretty nice and clear skies for the most part. The occasional rain, but you haven't encountered it yet. But it is good so far. The animals seem to be a lot more trusting in this section. Saying this, the majority of the time, they usually have a tendency of scurrying once they see you or any sort of thing. But they allow you to get reasonably within about 40 feet before they decide to follow along and away from you guys. Can everyone make perception checks?
Which one of these have not
Shit.
been able to be heard? Here, which one is it?
Same roll.
Hey!
13.
Good, 21.
17.
So my bird gives me wisdom on perception checks. Or gives me
But
advantage.
the bird has
You make, yeah, Bird has advantage on Bones has
You
advantage on
make one
perception
and the
check.
bird.
Oh, I'm missing a single one.
Yeah.
If you're sending
But the
Bones,
bird can also be looking, right?
if you, I don't know, you didn't say, because you didn't say you were sending Bones up to check, I'm assuming she's on your shoulder.
16.
Huh?
16.
16? Okay, so those of you who got 15 or higher. Whilst you are walking and following the bed of the river, you eventually come to see as there seems to be a sign of a circle of sorts. You see as there is some primitive tools placed along the side of the river, along with quite a bit of scuff and just disturbance of the land. And the smell catches you first before anything, but you do smell the sense of decay and eventually find a corpse of a lizard folk.
That is a dead body, and he is a lizard.
Can I tell how
Shit.
long he's been dead?
Can an investigation check?
No,
Or a medicine check, I'm sorry.
Medicine.
there.
23.
23?
24.
24? So it seems like he's been dead for about maybe 3 to 4 days.
Can you tell, like, or can we tell from looking at him what killed him? Or, like, are there, like, stab wounds or big gashes on him? Or is he burned?
Looking at it, he seems to. We get investigation check. I'm sorry. I think I stopped it.
11.
Okay. 11. Looking at his body, there doesn't seem to be any form of punctures or anything of sorts like that. So he doesn't seem to have been stabbed or slashed in any way. Something messed out of some other means.
Well, this is an unfortunate one. Maybe we should. You think it'd be proper to bury or put in the water?
Do I know what the proper, like, burial, like, habits or right of the lizard folk?
Looking, make a wisdom check.
10.
10? Yeah, unfortunately.
We can.
no, he's not-
Do you think we bury? Do you think we put it in the water, let it float down the river?
No,
Does he have any unique characteristics, any like clothing pieces that I could take that maybe someone in the village would recognize?
He is wearing what appears to be some leather attire. It's not much less of armor and more of just what he could use to
Pennant,
make clothes.
symbol.
But
Jewelry.
he is wearing a yellow necklace. a necklace with
reached
a
down,
yellow
like,
bead
kinda
on it.
take it off of him. She just takes it off. Perhaps someone in the village will know who he is.
How far away? How long have we been traveling?
You've been traveling for almost a day. The sun is starting to go down around about now.
Can I look at the necklace?
If they said it's 2 days away, and we're coming up on the end of our first day, I think it would only help if things were getting this bad and the lizard folk are being hunted or killed. Maybe we bring the corpse back to the village to honor their rites of death.
You could do that.
I think between all of us, we could actually take the corpse back, and we could earn some trust with the villagers.
Does anyone have any rope?
Yeah.
Yes.
You suggest doing this, but will it not decay and turn very, very bad? So
That's for 1 day travel.
Yeah, we're a day.
We're a day.
how badly defeated is it?
It's getting there. It's not like rotting and falling apart, but it's gone for at the first right now.
I think
I just think it would be better.
bringing the body, but to keep it hanging on to that necklace that you got off of him to show that's probably who he is to them. Like,
Maybe if we're gonna take the corpse, we should put the necklace back on it before we.
She hands it in there.
All right.
Should we
But-
build a casket or something to carry him in case it smells bad?
well, I was going to suggest we tie him up, but roll him up with rope almost entirely. From ankles to neck,
Well,
almost like just wrapping him completely. I don't even know what you would call it.
here,
Talali
if you.
has a bedroll.
Yeah, I was gonna
Does he
say.
have a bedroll?
Yeah, she pulls out the bedroll from her backpack and hands it over. Use this. It's not. No, it's not.
We can use we can use my rope, and then we'll tie it up tightly so it's protected from any sort of infestation, bugs or whatever. And then if it's getting dark, we should honestly make camp.
I will make the hut.
Yes.
I will
It's a good idea.
ritually cast a tiny hut. I'm gonna get a shag carpet in this thing.
I will sleep outside of the hut.
Well, good point.
I want to take a look at the necklace without touching it physically with my fingers.
Talali hands
On
it
the
over.
lizard folk.
We can watch you
With my
outside.
eyes?
Like you're
What?
not like in danger too. We can see through it from the inside. So
On the lizard folk. On the lizard folk.
Well, I wanted to look at it, but I just didn't hear it.
Make the check.
10 plus what? Arcana?
Yeah.
14?
14. Judging based off of it, it seems to be just a regular peril. You can tell. Fortunately, the majority of the time to check like enchantments,
Yep.
you require touch. But from judging, nothing's happened ever since they've touched it or anything like that.
Okay.
It seems to be regular.
They're in the hut. I'm in my tent.
They're in that.
Outside of the
you don't
tent.
keep watch.
Talali is in the trees.
we can keep watch from side back to.
Do we want maybe me to take a watch and try to pull one of you guys out from a dream? If that.
Talali will be in the trees.
I don't
Actually,
know.
you know what?
But I can maybe touch someone out of a dream.
My dear, would you want to sleep in the tent with Mitski? If it is the necklace, it won't be able to affect him, and if you're outside of the hut, it won't be able to affect us.
No. Point.
You have a 2-person tent, right? That might be the best option. And I mean, Talali, you like to sleep in the tree, right?
She just nods.
Instead of having one of us keep watch, I could set alarm around the perimeter.
That would be very handy.
Would arm us against unwanted intrusion.
I can sleep outside the alarm.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think
No, it's
you would have to
triggered.
pass. I think
It's
you'd have
not.
to pass through it for anything to happen to it.
It's triggered. It's not an area. It's just.
It's like a line drawn in the sand almost, but with actual wire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's do that.
I'll sleep outside. I'll let you guys get the tent.
I made the
Oh, the hut.
The
Then
hut.
fuck yeah, I'm in the hut.
hut is comfortable.
Hut boys.
I am in our tent. I am uncomfortably like on one corner to just make sure I'm not touching eye contact with you or your necklace. Like just very.
So, no one Steven wants.
It's because she's tiefling.
Wait, okay. It's
because
Talali,
it's a
Steven
necklace.
wants.
Because she's entirely
Talali,
magic.
make a perception check.
I'll sleep. Like you can sleep like that. I'll sleep like this, and my
17.
feet are like that way, so you can't get anywhere near.
So, I'm going to need Hope, and for the first time, Mitski, to make a saving throw.
Oh shit.
What saving throw?
Up there.
Charisma?
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
Oh, I
Wisdom?
didn't
Wisdom
think
or
it was-
charisma?
Wisdom, sorry, my bad. Wisdom saving throw, sorry.
What? Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. 20.
20?
It got me.
It got you?
It got me. 8.
8.
But it only does half the time. That's the that. I'm just so you know. I'm just.
So, Hope, sorry. Talali, whilst you were on your watch, everything seems to be going regularly for a while. And then one thing that catches your eye that seems out of the ordinary, you see us out of the corners of the tent, you see as this mist as the peek through, this seeps out from the bottom of the tent that Hope and Mitski are sleeping. Mitski! Sorry, were you going to do something?
Yeah.
Yes, what up?
So Talali kind of just like flies off the tree and like goes to the front of the tent and kind of like tries to like I guess unzip the flap.
Okay. Unzipping it, you see as it opens. I'm going to make a saving throw.
Do we have zippers?
Me?
Sorry, as it opens, sorry. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Sorry.
I make the
I'm
saving
saying
throw?
yes.
Yes, zippers, no
as,
straws.
As this mist kind of envelops you, it just shoots out of the tent.
What kind of saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw?
Charisma.
We'll say.
Hobo 20.
As this one was a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Wisdom the one you guys just made.
Hobo 20.
Hobo 20? Okay. You passed. As you feel as the mist hits you, you feel as your consciousness kind of like slips, as you kind of just shrug it off. You look into the tent and you see coming from the necklace on is this black mist that is completely just filling the tent up. Mitski, this is happening in the meantime. Whilst you are sleeping, for the first time, you are just walking, and you understand what it is that they've been talking about. It's the first time you are walking and you get to fall into this nothingness. And as you do, you begin to fall and descend. And you are by yourself. As you land, you are in this dark room for a bit. What do you do?
Do I have myself?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna walk in a forward direction. I'm just gonna go.
As you begin to walk forward, you take a few steps forward and you just hit this like border. You look around, there's this like wooden cage around you, and then looking below yourself, you see as the ground has this like slit in the middle, along with these etchings of looks like skulls. And then as you notice it, you look up and around you, and you are in this. Around you, there's this pit, and you see these hands reaching out from below, and these thrones all around you. Out in front of you, you see as on this throne, there is this cloaked figure. Mitski, you have been deemed guilty.
What? Guilty of what?
At which point you hear as this gobbles, and you see as the slit begins to just release, latch opens. As you begin to fall, you feel as these hands just begin to grab hold of you, and just and this as these hands are just like claws, and as they're growing through, just ripping into you, and it hurts like hell, and it's worse than you've ever experienced before, and you would expect to lose consciousness at this point, but it's just going and going. Talali.
Well, her first instinct is to run the flock towards the tent where everyone else is sleeping, and just like I guess hop in.
Yeah, you're allowed in.
Okay.
You're one of the invited.
So she just hops in and just yells like at the top of her lungs, and there's mist and it's coming from Hope's necklace. Something's going on. She seems really freaked out.
You don't need to make the check. What you got?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay, I grab my
If
things.
you don't want to be woken up, you can make the check.
What do I look for?
Constitution save.
Jesus Christ.
9.
Doesn't
You're
care.
asleep. You're asleep.
I grab my things and I immediately run to the tent.
Okay.
I'm
Upon
also,
reaching the tent.
I'm also
I'm not going in.
Huh? Okay.
Not going in yet.
Do I see the mist when I come out of the tiny hut?
Yes.
I'll cast Gust of Wind and move the mist away if possible.
Yep. As you blow it, you just blow over the tent as the mist kind of shoots up.
I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but I do have that constant just air blowing off of me. It might clean the tent up a little bit.
It's
The
not
inside.
strong enough.
Wait, does
Oh,
the
okay.
does the mist go away?
Huh? Yes. You see, from Hope, this mist is just emitting from her necklace.
Can I go ahead and I will. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll see. I'm just going to cast Suggestion on 3rd level, so on both of them, and just scream, "Wake up!"
Suggestion: do they need to be able to hear you?
They have to understand me.
They're asleep.
What's that good?
I
I
can
can
still
hear
hear
things
you
when I'm
when you're
asleep.
You don't understand it though.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Eh.
No, I'm not gonna allow that one.
Okay,
unfortunately.
but
So-
I'll fo-
Yeah, because
Oh, well, it's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot, yeah.
I'll follow up with I'm going to grab my the tooth on my necklace and whisper into it and cast a dispel magic on her necklace.
Okay. Yeah, roll a d20. Just spellcasting modifier. Mitski, whilst you were in there, you just amidst the pain and scrutiny, you try and just break free, and you look to the right, and all you see is just red hair.
Can I
16.
in my dream actively try to cast my dispel magic?
Yes. Make it
16.
16.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Disadvantage? Would I mean advantage?
No, sorry.
No.
I wasn't so.
Okay.
But
Gust
due
of Wind
to-
is up to a minute, by the way, so I can actually amp it up and blow away the tent and almost start moving them. They have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I'm gonna say they automatically fail strength to show for being unconscious.
So they start rolling
Well,
away.
did she not wake up? Even
you-
though,
yeah,
even though
you
I
were
yelled,
waking up, yeah.
"Wake up!"
You can make a contract.
Does that wake them up though?
You also, Mitski, you can make a contract.
Ooh.
Very big. It's not the time I want to
It's
roll
a
high.
It's breezy this night, even in the tent. What's up?
It's
20?
20.
16.
Huh?
Wait.
16.
16.
That is
Great-
the same.
great
thing.
time to roll
Sleep.
Huh? Yeah, the higher your contract for sleep is how deep asleep are you. That's what.
What'd you get?
You
7
rolled-
you passed?
I got a 19.
Oh, like, sorry, I got a
Yeah, the
pass.
higher you roll, it's just one of those situations where
We
you
gotta
want to roll low.
flip-flop, yeah.
One of those rare situations where you want to roll low. But due to the effects of it not being as
Yeah.
strong as it would normally be, you eventually jolt upward.
Yeah.
Breeze.
I mean, it's a strong.
I'm
gust
full
of wind.
panic attack right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh my god.
And the smoke still
Yeah.
coming out of the necklace.
At this point, it has subsided.
Talali goes over and like grabs Mitski if he lets her and like kind of like pulls him away from Hope.
Gonna go ahead and grab a hold of the necklace and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Jeez.
Nothing.
Make the check.
D20.
Yep.
Plus your spell.
Roll a d20, add your spellcasting ability modifier.
8. 8.
But it
Can I
seems
tell
to
that
s-
nothing happens?
It seems the mist is gone, as far as you're concerned.
But can I tell that nothing happened?
Oh yeah.
It just looks the same as it was
Ian,
before.
by the way, if you're still asleep, as soon as I left the hut, it disappears. So you're just sleeping on
I
the
don't
ground.
notice. I don't notice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Orys. I'm gonna get the necklace off of her. We're gonna find a rock by the river. I want you to smash it. I want this thing gone. This is no longer something that we can hold on to.
This is clearly a curse of some sort.
Glad you're finally on my side.
I've been about getting rid of this thing.
And she's still not waking up as we're like holding her
You
neck.
can make that contact.
Keep making checks.
Actually, no. With that much
Yeah,
physical
I'm-
contact, you're awake.
Yeah, I'm ripping. Like
Whoa,
you don't
okay.
you don't have a choice. I'm ripping it off your neck.
Whoa. What's going on?
I'm out of the tent. I'm pulling you with me. We're going to
Me?
fucking destroy. No, him. We're going to destroy this thing.
Well, I'm gonna
Hammer in
follow
head.
them.
My dear,
Passed out on the floor.
this is for the best.
What happened?
You were expelling lots of smoke out of your little necklace, and
Give
the
it to
boy is having the jitters in
Give-
his sleep.
Give me the necklace.
No, we're destroying it. Doesn't
Let me
matter.
destroy it.
You're not. You can destroy it to begin with.
Give it to me.
No.
He hasn't tried.
It's what's better, physically destroying something that's made of magic, or magically dispelling it?
Well, you couldn't magically dispel it to begin with.
Then
It
let
was
me
in his-
try.
it was
I
in his
haven't touched
soul.
it before.
He hasn't touched it.
Okay, here.
Do the thing. Can I use your dice?
Do the thing, and I need to borrow your die.
My
Go.
only dice have rolled really low. That's a 10.
Oh.
Can I make the? Can I
Is
make
that with
Um,
the
my thing, or was
modifier?
that the dream?
You notice upon Mitski grabbing hold of it, it just like dull in intensity for a bit. It's not glowing or anything, but it seems like kind of grayed out for a second. As you grab hold of it, it just looks regular.
We're breaking it.
What happens?
You've got that big hammer. You can finally use it.
Yes.
What happens if you physically break an
What do you
enchantment?
mean finally using
What
it?
happens
Been
if you-
using it.
You know it is very hard to break magical items.
Let him fucking try it, man.
But there's always a river we can throw
It's
it.
very, very difficult to break magical items.
There's always a river we can
Alright.
throw it in.
If it doesn't work, then I'll cast a spell magic on it one more
You said
time.
it magically appeared on her neck. How do we not know it will return?
Well, if it does, I guess we'll try to just.
I have a feeling it's going to be honest.
So do
Okay, I'm holding it again.
I
I'm
will
looking
keep- I'll
straight
keep
at
an eye
it.
out, don't worry.
Hold my
Oh, thank
necklace.
you. I know I can count on
Dispel
you.
magic one more time.
Oh, what is this now?
Well, you trying to add the spell cast ability modifier?
Do I add something for mine?
Huh?
Do I add something for mine?
No, just because it's an innate ability.
Motherfucker, 8.
Damn.
Sorry.
Spelling magical items.
Wasted both of my.
It's a
fucking-
very strong
I don't
magical
have
item.
magical.
Sorry, as you can tell from history.
Well,
It's very
do you
strong.
want to wind up and try to hit that bad boy?
Yeah. What happens when I try
You
to
got a
get
big,
with
you
the
got a
hammer?
big booming spell in there, don't you? Don't you got some like, wham
Some kind of thunder
with the
shit.
hammer? You can
Uh,
like hit it and then hit it harder.
No, it's just a hammer.
I've seen you do it before.
No, it's just a hammer.
Don't have smites.
Nope.
Ah, paladins only.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
No.
you know what?
Oh no.
I didn't put any money in the bank, and I don't give a fuck about that bank, but I still have a pouch.
You want to
That's a good
throw
idea.
the magical item into the bank pouch?
Hold on. Before you do that, I'll
Could
try.
get rid of it, or at least get it far away from us.
I'll try to spell magic as well.
Oof.
15.
Why not just let me hold on to it for a while?
Try to smash
It worked with the
first.
bag. It can work with the necklace. If you physically breaking an enchanted item is nearly impossible.
Okay,
It
well,
could be very
the,
dangerous too.
yeah, the thing is,
It worked for the bag. It worked for both bags.
Nobody is going to be able to sleep around this thing until we get rid of it.
So I'll keep next watch.
Because we'll
And I'll hold on to the
floor.
necklace.
Yeah.
What if Mitski always
Still
wore the
sleeping.
I
necklace?
mean, I was out.
If he always wore it, then it would be inactive.
Eventually, it's gonna work. That and she did tell us to practice. She did tell me to practice with it.
Fine. I'm going back to sleep.
I'm going to start making the hut again. I guess
yeah.
I'll just happen to do it right by Ithriel because he's still laying on the ground asleep.
I've drained myself of like both of my hardest spells, so I'm just going straight back to sleep. I'm fucking done.
Hope there's room for you in the huts this time.
I'll keep watch.
Infected, right?
Okay, make a perception check.
It's much more comfortable in here.
6.
I also want to just be with us the rest of the night and try as much as I passively
Oh
can.
god. Mitski turns into gold overnight. My precious. My precious.
Yeah, again, whilst you are holding on to it, you don't really get much of any magic effect coming off of it.
It's racist.
It seems to be just a regular necklace at that point whilst you're holding on to it. But
Now that I have it in my hands, I can inspect it much more carefully.
make a check. See if you hear anything about it.
Natural 18 plus what? And Arcana?
Arcana.
24. 22.
22. There's something different. Everything that she said, that you identified from the spell, seems to be there. But there's some different type of magic going on. Obviously, from the experience, what you got been going through, this doesn't sound like any of the spells that they described. And there's something incredibly powerful inside of here, and it is linked to something else. That's about it.
Sleeping in the hut.
I'm angry sleeping. I wasted my 2 fucking
Angry
highest tier
emoji
spells.
sleeping above his head while he's
I don't even have that spell, so don't even
But
worry about it.
whilst you are focusing on it, you eventually look up to realize there are 4 lizard folk around you, each of them wielding spears and looking at you. What happens after that? We will decide what happens next session. Hope everyone had a great time.
God damn it.
Thank you to all of our viewers who have been with us and following our adventure. Hope everyone enjoyed their watch. And
Yes, thank you. Don't forget, next
send me new
week,
dice.
next episode will
Send new
be.
dice.
next episode will be on Friday.
Yes, it will be on Friday,
I unfortunately will not be here for the next session.
and then Sunday we will have a one-shot. The cast is yet to be decided,
I
but
should be here for that.
Don't forget. Hashtag lizard wizard.
Hashtag
Lizard Wizard.
King
Lizard
Gizzard
Wizard.
and the Lizard Wizard. Listen to them. They're a great band.
They are so fucking good.
Wait, so we're not switching and permanently doing it on Friday, are
No, it's
it's
just
just because I'm gonna be out of town next week.
we? Okay.
I am also going to be
A
out
couple
of
of us are
town
gonna be out of town
Friday,
next
so
week.
I'll be there.
Thank you again, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
Yes.
And next session. Have a great night, guys.